Hey, Appleseed, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that.
Roll that 20.
Hey, what's going on, everybody?
Hey,
We're
what's up,
deciding
big
your
dude?
Why are you 7 minutes late?
Listen, dude, I had to show face. I have tons of relatives that are coming and visiting, but I am spending it playing D&D because I love you guys.
Good answer. Good answer. You're forgiven.
That's what I should do. I should just put my headphones in, jump into Discord at work. While I'm serving tables on Football Sunday, I can just play D&D.
Play D&D. Perfect. Perfect.
Hey, that would actually be so sick. Also, I was looking at schedule for things I felt. I'm still trying to find a way to make it work. I got 2 weeks to sort that out because the sessions are bi-weekly. I'll get back to you and see if we can sort something out so that way you'll be able to play.
Appreciate it, boss.
Hello.
Hello, how's it going, Troy?
Oh, I got myself a beverage, so I'm doing good.
Oh, hell yeah. All right, so it's your boy Troy. All right, now where's the lizard man? Where's Dag?
I
Oh yeah,
messaged
did he
him.
post? I saw he posted on the server, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Give him, you got his number, right? Give him a call.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm gonna give him a call. Better yet, I'm gonna give him a call, like on stream. Give me a moment here.
Great.
I'm calling him
yeah.
first. Too bad.
Do it.
No,
Three-way
don't you
call.
dare! Come on. Well, at least put him on speaker.
Okay.
All right.
There we go. Hell yeah. Ooh.
All right.
Uh-oh.
It's ringing. And you sent him a
Been
message, you
ringing.
said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Or I'm about to.
Oh.
Your call had.
No.
Wow.
No. Well, here, hold on. Maybe he loves me more. Let me try calling him.
Oh, please answer. Please answer.
That would be actually very funny if
It would be hilarious.
I want to see it.
All right. Where's my boy Dag? Oh, here we go. All right.
Tell him we want the lizard queen.
Right?
Tim, right,
That's
we
what
need
I'm
it.
saying. One moment.
We calling twice?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Everybody call him.
Yeah, everybody send him a call now.
Yeah, give me his number real quick.
I got you. Say
He
less.
gets phone calls from all across the country.
Yeah,
Just,
right?
Yeah. Oh, yo?
There you go. Come on. Pick up the phone.
He's online.
Oh my god.
Oh, wait, hold on. Yeah, he is. Hold on. Get your crap in here. Get in here.
I think he's
Come on.
realizing now that he's been called like
Yeah.
twice back to back.
He doesn't want to talk. He just,
He wants to play.
he's like, who the fuck is calling me?
I am a mute character.
who calls these days?
Yeah, right? Imagine using a
I do.
phone.
Me and Siri do.
Yeah.
Correct.
Here, hold on, I'll message him right now. D&D, come play. Plus. There you go. I have to add the plus there. You know, I gotta be polite.
I
Yeah,
texted
don't
him
be-
last
don't be
night,
polite.
and I was like, "Hey there, stranger." He said, "Howdy, handsome."
Hey,
I was
damn.
like, gonna make me blush.
I know, you out here flirting with everybody, shit.
Don't get all jealous.
Play the fields.
Damn right.
Oh my gosh, Star, you're such a whore. I fucking love it.
Heard that.
Alright. So, Dag
The
is, I
irony.
see he's clearly online. Now the question is he gonna click the watchers? That's what we gotta
Oh,
find out
that's
next.
right. What you click? Wait, scroll up. Where is it? Act 1.
Well,
To
if
see
you
what
looked at
Jody clicks.
if you looked at Discord at all,
Wait,
I
oh no, you got
sent him
rid
a
of
private
the.
message too.
Yeah. No,
Okay.
you know what? I'm gonna call him again, but I'm gonna leave him a voice message. What should I tell him?
Get the fuck in here, please.
You guys don't
He
want me
might
to
just
tell
be
him
sit-
any like troll shit?
He might just be setting up for a second.
Possibly. I'm still gonna call him
listening.
though. I'm gonna be like a crazy ex-girlfriend. I'm gonna blow up his phone.
Yes.
Oh,
Yep, here he is.
never
Dag!
mind. Dag's here.
Dag!
The
Aw,
lizard
in the
queen.
house.
Lizard queen! Lizard
What?
queen! Lizard queen!
Lizard queen.
Lizard queen!
Queen.
Alright. I'm fucking excited. Let's go.
I was literally asleep on the living room couch and was like, my phone is ringing. I have to get up. Fell asleep again.
Yeah.
And I
Jesus.
saw that like multiple numbers were calling me. I was like, ah, shit.
Yeah.
It's happening again.
It's happening. Literally oversleeps through.
Oh.
Oh god, I love you, Dag. You're great.
Quick question: how's your computers? Are you going to be on fire this week?
Oh no, I don't think I'll be on fire. I think I'll just.
Okay, good.
I think I'll
Maybe-
stick to not being able to see because I can't find my glasses.
Oh.
I dropped my glasses.
Did we ever do you get the loot from last time?
That's a
What
good
about last
question. You teleported away from the fight at the life tree, before you could well, you did loot. You did loot some, but it's not like you looted
Yeah.
every single soldier there. You know?
Yeah,
We looted the big bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote it all down, but I don't know what if we did anything with it.
That's
it
true.
was
You
like-
did not identify.
We looted, and then we were about to identify, and then some. What kind of robes were they wearing, Percy? Were they wearing robes?
I mean, that's a good question, but let's go ahead and start here from the top. However, one moment while I switch.
I'm
music.
gonna say, still, whoa, save it for the recap, y'all.
I was gonna be like, are they wearing some KKK robes or some shit?
Yes.
Wait a second.
Some white robes?
Oh God.
We can all agree that a mask were a good idea.
KKK doesn't exist in this world unless you bring it in, bro.
That's true.
Fair. I'm not
Yeah,
sure
like,
about
what's
that.
the
only
KKK?
evil here is that which you bring with you.
It's the Cool Kids Club.
Oh hell yeah. I heard
Spelled with
there's
a K because they're cool.
Yeah, I heard there's a camp for it. Anyways, so, last time on Unchained, our heroes left off in a final battle in one of the Seven Tails, serving for Taith, in order to stop Nock from stealing the life seed from the life tree. After defeating all of Nock's champions and protecting the Feywild and the life tree, as it were, you all celebrated with a newfound ally. It is unsure, but you found a temporary alliance with Triss Zenomek, who you found in the form of a book with its own mind and free will, and transferred it to a body of one of those of the champions. After doing your looting and acquiring newfound items yet to be identified, the world around you began to crumble and wisp away into stark white, before finally you all found yourselves falling endlessly through space before re-emerging in an unknown place of white and gold, walls of sheer surfaces with no beginning or end, surrounded by individuals robed in white and gold. One of them claims to you that you were not only in a tale, but also in a tale used as a test to determine those of whom are worthy to become Watchers, and as thus have declared themselves as such an organization. The main one, claiming himself to be the headmaster or the leader of the Watchers, and has invited all of you to come join him in a discussion of what this all means and what is to come, as you are now all faced with a choice. And so, you all are brought into a separate room, also spherical in shape, with a large table with a glass surface hollowed out. In the middle, you can see there's this large, intricate contraption. It looks like a series of discs, really more hollow in the center as they spin and rotate around each other, almost kind of like certain like astronomy globes that you might have seen in real life. He seats you all down, and as you all sit down and take your seats, he looks at Kelsier in particular and snaps his fingers, and both of their lips begin to move, but no sound is made. They have a conversation for not that long, about 30, 45 seconds, and he then sends him away as he walks down a hallway you were certain was not there before, as he then disappears, and the hallway then shuts. He then snaps his fingers again, and you're all able to hear. It's as if your ears are plugged and are now opened up, and sound floods back in. And he begins to go through each and every one of you, one by one. First, he points over to the odd-looking lizard folk. He points to you. Now you first. Who are you? What shall I call you by? Dag, please introduce yourself and your character.
Well, my name's Dag. I played Daun in the first act with Unchained. And Daun is a lizard folk person who is kind of displaced in this world, kind of grew up in isolation under a city, which one, it doesn't matter, and found themselves incarcerated for crimes, I guess, and and ended up with this ragtag group of ragamuffins by utter chance, but has decided that she's going to adopt them all.
As your children. You're all my children now.
Yes, you don't have a choice.
All right. And he's like, pleasure to meet you, Daun. Next, you there. The purple-skinned one. Handsome-looking, curly hair. What could I call you?
Purple skin? Is that the whole thing?
Yeah, you're purple.
Yeah, you most certainly are pretty fucking purple, bro.
I didn't know if I was somebody else at the moment.
You are Tom.
Look,
Kelsey.
I meant like changeling type.
Oh.
Oh, I see. Well, not that I recall. I think you were just you.
Tom Ibarra. And I guess I'll just turn into him too.
Ah, a changeling. How quaint. It's a pleasure to meet you. And you there, the robed one. What can I call you by? As he looks over to you, Styx, please introduce yourself and your character.
Let's see here. I got Styx. Stands an impressive 6'4", stocky build with striking green and golden eyes. He's a black man. He has two silvery scripture tattoo lines that go from the top of his bald head down his eyes, down his cheeks, and then trace to his shoulders. These lines sometimes have a faint, soft green glimmer glow about them. A curious person would also note the tattoos go from joint to joint, tracing bone and joints, almost like a constellation. He wears plate armor, and over that he has black robes, which are trimmed in white, which kind of gives him that impressive stocky look. Vines and leaves adorn these robes, not stitching or engraving, but actual vines and leaves that seem to just adhere to his robes. The vines as well form star maps, with leaves acting as actual stars. Hanging from the side is a stone tablet with constellations mapped out upon it, and an interwoven braid of vines thread through holes in the tablet and form a belt from which the tablet hangs. He has a shield and a warhammer, and he replies to the gentleman, I am Styx. I am a cleric of the Raven Queen, or the Maiden and Crone, or Morrigan, perhaps, depending on where you are from.
Ah, I see. You follow one of the new gods. Pleasure to meet you, Styx. And what about you over there? Remnant touched? He points over to a dragonborn towards one of the sides of the table and looks over at you, Cassie. Please introduce yourself and your character.
Me? Well, my name's Cassie. Sorry, I was doing that in character.
That's okay.
I wasn't questioning you. Me? My name's Cassie. I shouldn't be here, but, we have been venturing together and we were able to get out of a situation I should have never been in. So far, these people that I'm venturing with have treated me kinder than most that I meet on the streets. So here we are banded together.
Well, it seems that you've chosen the right people. It appears fate had a different idea in mind for you. Welcome.
She nods.
And he looks over to you. A large, imposing Goliath, scantily clad in claws and furs. He looks over to you, dear, and then points towards you. So, the promiscuous-looking one. What may I call you?
Yeah.
No, really.
I want to look at everybody else. Kind of give a confused look.
Yeah.
His name's actually Deer.
His name is actually Deer.
The one I know of, at least.
So when I refer to him and I say, "Hey, Deer," like almost like a term of endearment.
EER.
We think he's just asking for food all the time. Like he just wants a deer to eat. That's our best guess.
Endearment.
Endearments, yes. Well, is a name.
Endearing.
It is a name like any other, and I will respect it. It's a pleasure to meet you, Deer. And he kind of like leans towards you down because you're closest to him in around the round table, and he kind of like whispers to you, "Listen, does he actually know how to speak common?"
Does who know how to speak what?
The large one, the Goliath over there.
Yes. The one who is speaking to you now in common?
Well, all he said was Deer.
All you asked was his name.
Oh, that's a good point.
And then really twice.
Oh, that's a very good point. Deer.
Yeah.
What brings you here with your companions?
I was living happily. But apparently, those four-legged creatures aren't supposed to be killed.
I apologize. They assumed you didn't know common. All you said was deer, and honestly, I apologize. That was... Anyways, welcome, all of you. This is the headquarters of the Watchers. It is the hidden city of Taraska. And he snaps his fingers again, and the sheer white surfaces around you begin to be dispelled as you can now see through all of the walls and the ceiling and the floor like transparent glass. And you all see this. One moment. And so from your point of view, this is what you see. you're in a higher tower in comparison to everything else around you. And you can see that at one of the towers, you see a large magical circle emitting a bright pinpoint light straight up into the sky. You're far above the clouds. You can see the moon just over the horizon. And you can see down below are fields upon fields, roads and paths, all sorts of architecture, intricate in design, all around. And just below, if you can just barely squint and see, there are quite a few people out and about. You can see in one of the courtyards nearby, you can see several different tiny dots you assume are people standing in a formation. And this is where we reside. Now, I'm sure that you all have questions about why you're here, what your purpose is here. And so before I explain any further, I'd like to answer any that you might have.
What's your name?
My name is Natu. Natu Clays. I'll spell that out for you guys. I am Natu Clays, seventh of his kind from the Clays family, a long lineage among the Watchers. Leader and current standing headmaster. It's a pleasure to meet you all. Now, does anyone have any other questions?
I think we're all very interested to see why you have brought us here.
Yes. Well, you see, the Watchers, the numbers have dwindled significantly since the moments of the clash. We have been around for a very, very long time. However, we have suffered many casualties since that time, and normally, we wouldn't even be having this conversation, as the Watchers is more of a familial lineage. Several families and clans who have been chosen, their fathers, grandfathers, and now children and grandchildren would join our fold. However, as we are lacking power, we are in need of selecting those who have great potential to protect the fragile thing that we call time. And so, with what remaining places of power we still have tied to the Seven Tails and into time itself, we have used those that we can no longer guard as a test, or, for those who we do not desire, as bait. Luckily, you are the former, and we seek you worthy of becoming Watchers. Normally, there is a long, arduous process, becoming initiates and slowly moving your way up to the top. But time is of the essence. And although we would love to train you, we think that you're more than capable of at least following missions. If you should accept. You see, there is a danger that waits for all of us, and it will come whether we like it or not. And in order to address this, we could use all the help we can get.
What's in it for us?
What do you desire?
I'd like to have a wish granted.
Interesting.
Jesus.
Is it really an unchained session if we don't try and get a wish?
That's true, that's true.
Or-
Does the wish involve going back in time?
I'm gonna save that for someone else this time. I usually wish that one. No, I would like to restore a power that was lost upon me. I would like to gain my ability to not have to rest after I exhaust myself from using my fire breath. And I would also be able to protect my allies.
Interesting, and you'd wish to use it to protect your allies as well.
Mhm.
I think that could be arranged, Dragonborn. And more. I'll tell you what, as a start. Should you be successful in your mission, I will grant each and every single one of you a wish, a dream, or desire may be fulfilled for you. It sounds that you've been quite down on your luck, unfortunate and unlucky to be imprisoned for one thing or another. Although society thinks it was not righteous, maybe in your eyes it was. There are always two sides to a story.
So tell me this, Naptu. I'm not too inclined to just trust people. We were recently used and betrayed by a god, and then we had to go back and fix things. How do we know that you are not using us to your own purpose, which may be not as good as our own? If we do these missions for you and we find it is unsettling, what happens if we choose not to be part of you anymore?
If you choose not to be, well, you will follow the same path as Kelsier. You are free to go as you please. Regardless, I will grant you an item that would allow you to communicate with me and transport back here to the city of Tarasca at your own desire and wish. You may come and go as you please. Anyone who stays here is here for a purpose, whether it's personal or for a sense of duty and higher purpose. If you do not wish to join us, that would be fine. However,
You speak of duty, but you should know some of us have duties to gods first, our own. And perhaps I have a duty to the life tree second. It is hard to know where your alignments lie. I will go upon your requests,
understood.
and then I will decide.
I respect that. I will allow you to see for yourself, and I will be transparent to the best of my ability. There are things that I must show you, so that you may understand a bit more about the predicament we find ourselves in. But before I go any further, does anyone have any other questions for me before we move on to the next room?
Where do you fit on the hierarchy of the gods?
The hierarchy of the gods. You don't know. Tell me. I sense something quite interesting upon one of you. You've talked to one of my kind, I'm sure. Or at least, perhaps a god. And he, looks over at you, Tom. I sense some signs, some traces upon you. Dull,
Like
but
this,
recent.
and I just hold up the hand.
Ah,
tattoo?
I see. It seems that you've slayed him in one of his lines. An impressive feat, to say the
I meant
least.
the Taith tattoo.
Oh, I thought you
But
were
that-
lifting up like a hand of knock or something like that. Like,
Yeah,
oh shit.
I'll hold up both.
Ah, I see. So you've slain Nock in a certain line. In the name of Taith, I presume.
Yeah.
Well,
Group effort.
Well, congratulations to all of you. You see, my origins are that of which is Nalise. You see, the creation of the tales and a means of traveling through time and the means of restoring it to a balance was her doing, was her idea and her creation. And as such, Tarasca was formed. However, in her disappearance, she entrusted 3 gemstones, each holding the essence of 3 values in which she upholds. I procured one of them, and thus also the power to control time. Well, not entirely true. There are severe limitations to it. But we here at Tarasca have found a way around those obstacles to achieve her goals. I am one of 9 champions of Initia. Allow me to explain. In the disappearance of the 3 gods and goddesses after the events of the Clash 50 years ago, when they disappeared, a guardian was left behind, residing in the realm of choice, a plane beyond ours that we cannot perceive. She controls the realm of choice, can alter fate indirectly in order to preserve as much life as possible until the goddesses and gods return once again to their plane. And with her, the gods left behind 9 gemstones, each one representing one of the ideals, one of the tenets in which each of the gods represents. The selection process is still currently ongoing. However, there are some that have already been chosen. Me being one of them, not two. The Times Planeswalker, Clover, the Gambit of Ion, and Selah, the Caller of Storms. One from each of the gods. There are still 2 each to be selected. The goal is that when every single individual is chosen by a gemstone, the ritual will be complete. And thus, Initia will return back to a sense of balance again, instead of being distributed between 3, distributed out between 9, in hopes of giving power back to the people where it should have begun.
Sounds like it's power for you guys. How do we know what your ideas and alignment is what we want the people to have?
Well,
Do
that's
you have
just the
like
thing.
like a book or a pamphlet.
I do not have a book or pamphlet, but allow me to explain. And
Sounds like you need to be organized.
well, that is where things get complicated, and why we need the help of individuals such as yourselves. Is that those stones are scattered about throughout the world, and some of them along different timelines, and will need to be sought out and brought to their proper line, so that each and every one may go to someone who is chosen and worthy and righteous to uphold our world.
You said the
How do I know
stones.
don't? Sorry.
You said the stones will choose the person.
Correct.
And so our job is to find these stones in whatever timeline they may be in, put them in the correct timeline so that they may find their chosen people.
That is correct.
But before all of this, you spoke of a great evil. So I assume this will prevent whatever great evil. What is this great evil you speak of?
That is a very good question. One moment, please.
Yeah, we know it is. That's why he's asking him.
Music change. Here.
I'm just hyping my man Sticks up. Be like, yeah,
Yeah,
keep asking them.
yeah, you tell him.
Yeah. Sticks, this is the face you're making. You putting him in his place.
Yeah, I got my mean face on.
Yeah,
My crown face.
We could do good cop, bad cop, and I'll like just transform into Sticks. Be all smiley.
Or could go like the other guys and do bad cop, really bad cop.
yeah.
I'm gonna make you eat a plate of human shit.
Allow me to explain. You see, Time works like so. And give me a moment while I draw this as a visual representation. It's going to be very bad, I apologize, but it'll kind of help me explain how time works in Initia. You see,
No, it's gonna be good.
there are several lines that run endlessly in a straight line. However, there are alternatives, different series of events that run parallel, one after the other, never interacting with each other, for one exception. There are several choices away from fate that branch off. Some of them lead to disaster, to an abrupt end. However, some of them connect to others, and thus how the seven tails and our means of travel exist, where several choices that are made intersect perfectly. A shimmer in time where you may see strange phenomena, a crossroads, if you will, between the fates. Tell me, have you perhaps saw two of yourselves in one place?
Yes, we're
Yeah.
will travelers. We know the
Yes,
time stuff.
I threw a spear at him.
So that is in which you found yourselves at a crossroad. A series of choices allow you to completely jump from one fate to the next. A completely different series of events. And possibly a completely different outcome. Some exist in one fate, while they don't exist in another. Now, however, through our travels, through our research, and through our campaigns, we've discovered something unsettling. Is that certain individuals, although we see that they reach their end, that the world itself reaches calamity, we never question what caused their end, what looks back in the void. And this is where we discovered Avira. Avira, although there's not much known about them yet other than the name they declare themselves as, is an entity, a traveler of the astral sea, similar to that of Kilwin. I'm unsure if you are familiar with who they are, but they are a mass of life and of creatures, a conglomeration of fear and doubt, insecurity, and sin. And its desire is to capitalize on these fringes of fate and travel through to as many different planes, as many different fates as it possibly can, and devour their energy, every last resource, and return them back to their own plane. They are a conqueror of sorts, and with each and every fate, each and every timeline that they succeed, their strength grows double. How did you know about that one?
Just you just said it.
Yeah, that's true. I did just say it. But yes, that is what they are known as. Avira, the Devourer of Fates. And that is the foe in which we find ourselves facing. It is only a matter of time. They will come whether we like it or not, no matter what we do. But that does not mean we do not have a chance. And that chance we put upon the 9 chosen champions. However, they are scattered about. It appears that there has been a disturbance in the fates, muddled and twisted, as those who belong in one fate have found themselves in another for some unknown reason. But they must be brought back to the main fate line. And that is where we need the help of individuals like you. You are not alone, by no means. But right now, if you have any sense of higher purpose more than just being a thief, or a beggar, or a charlatan, or just simply a priest of a god, will you lend me at least a fraction of your aid to serve a world? Or worlds?
I mean, we could think about it. Wait till you pronounce literature or something.
Of course. I will give you time to consider it. You are more than welcome to quarters here. But of course, I will be having one of our own accompany you, an initiate. He is different, but he's trustworthy, and will be of great aid to you. He is quite aware of the way of the Watchers. He is quite adept at being a time walker, and will be able to bring you to and from until you finally make your decision on whether or not you will join our fold of the Watchers. Should you choose to decline, he will also have the ability to, at only one time, send you back to your timeline and to a place of your choosing. But please, I implore you to think about it, as at the end of our days, you might be wondering whether or not you should have helped.
We will discuss as a group.
I'll leave you to it then. I'm sure you all must be exhausted. As he kind of looks at you and sees kind of the scuffs and cuts and things like that. It's very clear that you guys just came out of a battle before being teleported here. And he snaps his fingers again, and you can see as hexagonal discs of light begin to form, almost like a path, as they lead to a singular door that just seems to appear out of nowhere. Like you look away and you look back and the door exists. Through those doors will lead to your quarters. It's a little bit on the run-down side, but comfortable enough. We'll be sure to tidy things up and straighten them up as we go. We've suffered damages. And so, you have a path and a door before you. Are there any questions or comments that you would like to make, or would you like to proceed?
I just want to know if I see Shu.
Yeah, Shu is 100% beside you.
Okay, good. That's all I care about. Okay, we can continue to the door.
I'm gonna just go in the door.
Okay. All right. Okay. And so you
Not even traps. Just kidding. Okay,
Yeah.
go ahead. Sorry.
imagine it's trapped. All of a sudden, a fireball is cast immediately, point blank. And roll me dexterity saving throws. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
I'm definitely not fucking helping this guy.
A dragon freaking come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It's like too much trust. Have you learned nothing with our timey-wimeys?
Tiny whimies.
Timey wime.
Hey, it's either we dead or we live. You know.
All
I'm
right.
going with the flow.
So you all follow the path, each hexagon of light, brightly glowing with each of your steps upon them. As you all finally make your way through the door. Who is opening the door first?
I'll open it.
Okay. And you see this. Skittles, thank you for the follow. I appreciate you a lot. All right. And so you enter into the room. Allow me to drop your tokens here.
Man, this is a really good map.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whoever found it, it's pretty skilled.
Yeah, it's pretty sick, I know. Thanks, I grew it myself. Let's see. We have Shu here, we have Tom. Got Sticks. Donde está Deer? There's Deer.
There it is.
There's Down. And in front of you is someone standing, kind of just looking around at like the barrels here and to the center here. He's kind of just looking at everything curiously, kind of just perusing around, if you will. You see, Zyphal, I'm gonna go ahead and put a temporary token down for you. Let's go with.
Do you have the link, Syphil?
Yeah, I didn't realize I had to make all this stuff beforehand.
Okay.
Aww.
I made everything in my signature sheet. I was like, oh fuck, here I am.
I'm sorry. I should have.
Again.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I should have mentioned that to you.
I think he needs the roll 20 link.
I got it. I'm in it. I'm doing it.
Okay. Oh, okay. You're making an account.
Nice.
Yep. I didn't realize I didn't make a character in this yet.
You don't need to make a character in it. If you have a D&D Beyond character, there's an extension that'll.
Oh yeah.
Get me past a bunch of shit.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He already made his character. He uses like his own like PDF file for it.
Oh.
But what he means is like he doesn't have like a reference art or anything like that. So what I'm doing is I'm temporarily giving him like a token.
Hey, it's that guy.
Hey, yeah.
I would like to kill the character again.
Absolutely
Kill him.
not.
I want to kill him again.
Are you in the roll 20 here, Zyphel? I don't see you.
I'm not.
Oh shoot. All right.
That's the link.
Can I count for roll 20? Is that what it is?
There we go.
Gotcha. No worries.
Give me a second.
Take your time.
Oh, you
Take
good?
your time.
Me and she will like fucking like bloop. Bloop, 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 bloop. Cassie, move out of the way. You're in my way. You're in my way of playing with you.
I just
And you can.
saw your
Shoot.
message tag. Are you okay? Like, do you need to go? I see your message that you burned your pizza.
No, he put it out with water. Also, he said be right back. So he's.
Okay.
But
I
no,
just
he.
came. What? You
I'm
talking-
looking at
or
Discord
other-
and I see that he's mentioned that like his pizza is on fire.
Yeah, he poured water or something on.
Yeah, oh my gosh, I'm looking at the memes too. Captain Planet motherfucker. That's so good. Alright. Let me just make sure that you have the pin. Okay, that's to the watch together. Let me go ahead and grab the link for you. Uno momento. Por favor. Copy link. And then I'll bring that over to. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, where's the watchers? Oh, there it is. There they are. There we go. And I'll go ahead and I'll pin that. But there you go. It's in the watchers chat there for you.
It is.
Alright. It's
Honk, 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 honk.
it's just not letting me log in.
That's weird.
Okay.
We're gonna try this one more fucking time. Either I'm not logged in or I don't have access to this page.
Oh, Lord.
What is it? What is it telling you when you try to join?
I'll try one more time. Because I just removed it. Not authorized. You don't have access.
Weird. Okay.
So are you the limit for how many players are in the campaign? Is there a character limit max or player limit max?
Let me look.
Yeah, let me check. One moment.
Is that the only thing I can think of? It should be.
No.
We're not at the max? Okay.
No, Roll20 has no hard limits on how many players can be members of your game.
Here, let me try and see. Maybe the link itself has been updated, so maybe that webpage does no longer exist. Okay. All right.
No, it worked for me.
Let's see. Is there any difference between these links? No, it's the exact same, I think. Yeah, it's the same web address. So it's saying you don't have access to join this page?
Yeah.
No?
Dorky.
Shoot. Alright, here.
Here, let's show you.
I guess I could share my screen for now for just this session till we figure out till after.
Yeah.
Or there we go. Sharing.
Lose.
Oh no,
no.
you're showing us what the issue is. Okay, let's see.
Okay, let's see what hold on here.
Troubleshooting time.
Shoot.
Oh, what's
Do
happening?
you want to do a pause on the stream or anything? Just a quick brief or? Yeah, it's not loading.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
real.
your stream isn't even loading for us. Yeah, here, I'm gonna go ahead and pause the stream here for a brief moment.
No.
We'll
You're good.
troubleshoot it.
So wait. So do you want me to stream or someone to stream so you can see the screen for now? Up
Yeah.
until. Okay, let's do that.
Who's up?
I can do it. Just give me a
Okay.
second.
Okay, thank you, baby.
No problem.
Okay.
Unchained.
And we
I
are
would do
back.
it, but I kind of taking notes.
No, you
Fine.
take notes. I like your notes. Your notes are good.
I like taking notes.
Yeah, you do notes. I like your notes.
It's the only way I remember shit.
There's one player in particular whose notes are absolutely awesome because it's like they purposely write their notes in a way that like it's as if someone who was only half listening actually wrote it out, and they purposely use the wrong names. They give nicknames to all of the NPCs. So when you read it out of context, it just makes no sense.
Jesus.
But to them, it makes perfect sense. That's the most beautiful part of it. So when people ask, like, hey, can I see your notes? I wasn't there last session. Yeah, sure. And then they read and they're like, what the fuck is this?
Jesus.
All right. Now, we're back. So, you all see
Oh,
some...
You're streaming, right?
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
And so, as you all come through the threshold into this larger room, you can see that there are several tables and chairs all around, large column supports supporting the center, and you can see this strange flat disc raised platform in the middle, followed by a few kegs on either side. You can see that there's an individual standing there, not looking at you right now. He's looking at the room curiously, kind of exploring around, just kind of looking around, like with his, hands on his hips, and he's like looks around and gives like a long whistle. It's like, man. Zypho, please introduce yourself and your character.
So, I am I am Drac Zelfir. I am a relatively tall half-elf. When you look at me, you see regal bearing. I am wearing armor that has my family crest on it, which is that of a dragon with a black background. It is a breastplate. Upon me, I have a cloak that is black with red trim. In fact, most of my armor is black with red trim. I wear fancy boots. My hair is a long silver kept in a braid going down my back. I have darker skin and somewhere between black and red eyes, depending on my mood. I carry a shield upon my back, also wearing my family crest. And you don't really see weapons on me. I'm a tall 6'2" elf. You can see my ears pointing through my hair since it's pulled back. I introduce myself by placing a hand upon my chest and bowing lightly. I am Drac Zelfir. You can address me as such.
It is
Nice
good
to
to
meet
meet you, Drax. I think, though, you are a babysitter? Is that what Natu told us?
Yes.
Why are you sitting on babies?
Yeah,
Babies are not for sitting on. They die easily.
Yeah, so essentially he would be babysitting you all. He'd also be able to help you travel planes by the means of time. He himself does not cast time travel spells. There is a different way in which you will access that. But essentially, he would be your guide. He is an experienced initiate of the Watchers, although that is his position as initiate.
So I'll look to the group. This is the part where we talk about if we're doing it or not.
Yeah, I need some drink.
All right. So you're looking around for some drink. as you take a quick look around, you see that there are glasses neatly placed equidistant from each other at each of the tables. Some of them are like fancy wine glasses. Other of them are casks and tankards. And here, you see kegs with taps set into them.
Look at all these pretty lights.
I like pretty lights.
I want to sit at
Perfect.
I want to sit at a light table.
Okay. I went and grabbed a glass so I can start taking.
Also, Star,
Find a
you're
light
echoing.
You have to cut the.
Oh,
vocal
hold on.
Your screen for the
Maybe I can-
stream.
Oh.
Maybe I can mute this one. Hold on. No, I can't stream it.
You can mute something.
Mute the
This is
stream.
where
I can't
Percy,
mute. He can,
when Percy
he can
was
mute my
talking,
stream.
I
Yeah.
was
about now?
hearing,
I think
I was
Star's
hearing an echo
yeah,
back.
it's good.
Oh yeah, I was hearing
You're
an
good.
echo back.
Where's your
Yeah,
star?
it was because he was watching the stream,
Oh.
and I was saying he could mute the stream, like mute watching me, and if he mutes watching me, there won't be the echo. Anyways,
Okay,
continue.
gotcha.
How do I do it? Trying to mute it without muting me.
All right, what's everybody's favorite color that they see here?
I can guess.
I'm assuming the 6 colors have to do with the 6 jewels not yet claimed.
Come on, Shu.
Yes, that is correct.
Shoe should be attached to you.
Yeah.
Come on, Shu.
Can
Come on.
you show me how to spell your character's name, by the way, Zyphel? Like, put it in the Roll20 chat in the bottom right.
He can't put it in there.
Is that
Oh
real
yeah,
quick?
that's right.
Yeah.
Right
Can you
after
can you put it
D&D.
can you put it in Watcher's chat then?
There you go.
Right now.
Let's see here.
I'm gonna just send it to you.
Or here.
Thank you. All right, Drac. You know that that his observation, Stick specifically, is correct. The 6 colors represent the 6 gems yet to be discovered and returned, or really brought to their chosen ones. Each one is a platform, so to speak. You know that each of these platforms will take them to a particular destination once every party member is present on the disc. However, the time period, the location, all of those variables are unknown.
Okay. I don't share that with them, but I encourage them. I go and stand upon the pedestal they're all gathering around, and I encourage them to join me.
Okay.
So, several of you are around the blue pedestal, 2 of you at least. I go and I stand upon it, and I say, "Come with me. Stand here."
So, all due respect, Mister, the group has yet decided where we are going at all.
Yeah.
The deer's looking around the room.
Yeah, Deer is like all the way, and
No.
like he's in the kitchen actually.
Yeah, deer knows where deer knows where he's going.
That
Deer
one's
finds
fine on
food
deer.
fast.
And deer knows what he wants.
Doan's like, food?
Yeah, right.
Come on, you can get in here too. Come on.
Just absorbing food like a vacuum cleaner. Okay.
Food bros.
Food bros.
So whenever they're done food broing it up, do you guys wish to have discussion or
Yeah, discussion.
Deer's gonna lean out of the room. Deer's gonna lean out of the room. I can still discuss. And he go lean back in.
He's like already got like an apron on and stuff. He's like leaning around the corner. He's like, I'm listening. He's got like a bowl in his arm and he's got a whisk in the other hand.
There you go. Probably the most pulled I've ever ordered.
All right. But yeah. This is open time and opportunity for you all to roleplay amongst each other and decide what your next move will be.
Dix has an opinion, but he wishes to hear others talk first.
I move and sit down next to the two at the blue table. Or stand next to him.
Unless others do not have opinion.
Cassie just continues to drink. I'm like, well, my only opinion is they're claiming they're fighting for everybody and what everyone wants, but how do we know they're really doing that? And it's just not another set of gods, that now there's even more of them. We know we could take on gods, but how powerful are these people going to be, and are they going to do the right thing?
So far, we've not seen the side of Nalis, which these watchers claim to work for. But the way I think we'll know whether or not they're being truthful or not is if these stones or gems are powerful and can correct everything, they're supposed to go to certain champions that the gems choose. So as long as it is not this group, the Watchers, who's taking all of the gems, perhaps that will be one stepping stone or one telling tale. The other thing is this Avira. If it actually does exist and it actually is destroying worlds or fates, I do not wish it to destroy the fate that my god and its followers dwell upon, or perhaps your family, or perhaps another realm in the Fae, where the great tree resides. So then, if this thing actually exists, then perhaps it is a noble cause. As long as this Watchers is not using this catastrophe to gain power and gain wealth and strength, I think it will be okay.
Exactly. That's the issue that I'm like, what tests can we prove before we go do this task for them where we know we can trust them enough that we're not just going to be pawns in
I
something
think the
that's
test
worst.
the test will not be something we will put them through, but the test will be ourselves, our conviction, our insight, our gut feeling.
Or I guess, what's our backup plan? Maybe we can steal the gem.
Let's just murder all of them.
Yeah, our backup plan is fuck this place and burn it all down to the ground, right?
My
Oh,
plan is
okay.
better not to.
Cassie's in then.
That's my plan. That's exactly my plan.
If things don't go our way, let's fuck them up.
There you go.
I
Now,
love
we've
though
said-
that what's your character's name again? Sorry, is it Drac? What's
Yep.
the character's name?
Yep, Drac.
Drac. I like that Drac is listening to all this stuff. Thank
I
you,
was about to
Drac.
say, are we saying
thank
this
you.
like all in front
Yeah,
of
we
these
are.
Yeah, you guys are
That's
saying that. Yeah.
I
And you
am.
see me, and you
He's
see me
sitting right
just
there at the
standing
table.
there, looking at you guys, leaning against a wall, just shaking his head.
So
But I'm
then,
not.
Drac, you've heard what we have to say. We've said it in front of you. What is your retort?
I have served for the Watchers for a while, and I am not here by choice. This is a debt I have to pay, and
See?
everything so far has seemed just. That we've literally led campaigns to protect the fates, and it doesn't seem terrible. So I think you're perhaps a little ignorant and maybe need to give it a shot.
It's
When you
not
guys are ready.
ignorant, it's trust. I mean, you're the one at debt. Sorry,
We
go
were
ahead. Go.
we were ignorant before, and then thus fooled by a god. You do not look like a god.
I am not a god.
Down.
But these
What
guys
say the
are
rest
more
of the group?
powerful than gods.
What say you, Dawn?
Down's walking up with a whole uncooked duck hanging out of his mouth, and he just says, "Debts are owed. What do you owe them?"
I made a contract with a deity for power. and that deity owed a debt to the Watchers. And for that contract, I am to serve their term towards the Watchers. And in a cruel twist to the contract, I'm acquiring exactly what he's fulfilling the contract.
Sounds like someone is going to be very jealous about what we're doing.
What deity?
That's not important.
I mean, as long as it's not the Vera or something like that, right? Because that would be pretty important.
I can confirm it's not a Vera. Because I know Zyphel's probably thinking right now, is like, is it a Vera? No, it's not.
Oh, good, good. Because that means I don't have to necessarily lie.
Yeah.
Yeah, so far you've been truthful.
So far.
Has he? Insight check.
Yeah, insight check. If you want, you can do an insight check for funsies.
I'll
Oh,
roll
okay.
against my deception.
Yeah. Alright, what's your modifier for deception? I'll roll it for you.
Plus
Oh, we're
8.
doing
roll
this?
the insight
Yeah, we're
and
doing this.
guarantee an
Oh,
at-one.
okay, it doesn't even matter.
I was
Damn.
Doesn't even matter against sticks, anyways.
I was literally about to volunteer to roll and joke about how I was gonna get a nat 1 because that's my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Say hello to Nate's rolls today.
Yeah, so so Drac tries to like kind of be secretive and standoffish. Not that he's been lying to you. You can tell clear as day that he's he's being truthful so far, but he is reserved. I mean, after all, you are all still strangers to an extent.
It's not like there's 4 or 5 of us just surrounding him right next to him.
Yeah, yeah, they're just like surrounding him. One of us. One of us.
You're all within 15 feet.
What are you doing, dear?
Besides Deer, he's over there looking for food, I think.
Absolutely.
He
Deer's
wants
trying
to
to cook. Deer's gonna try to cook.
He
After
wants to
you all
search.
get done.
Ooh, okay. Out of curiosity, if you're gonna be doing that, dear, roll me a survival check real quick.
Okay.
Rolly, rolly.
He rolls over a 10, I'll eat it.
Hey,
Yeah.
oh yeah, it's definitely over a 10. All right, so you actually have pretty decent cooking skill. You don't really know many recipes, or really, you only know one. You know how to make poached eggs.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Oh, poor Daoud.
Oh yeah,
Sorry, I'm back.
welcome back. You're about to get poached eggs. Enjoy. So
Cool.
Owen's not even gonna like cook though. He's just gonna eat raw.
yeah, you're just gonna eat the raw meat. Yeah.
Why would you cook all the taste out?
No, I mean because anytime Daoud would lay the eggs, then Deer would be like,
no.
egg,"
Oh
and make
no.
those eggs out of them. And then Daoud's gonna be like, what the fuck? Those are my children.
Literally poaching his
Nah.
babies. Oh
Nah,
god.
Down would just be like, they weren't born fast enough. They should hurry up.
So you
Survival of the fittest too.
Exactly.
Yeah, poached eggs.
yeah. So luckily you have all the ingredients and tools that you need in order to cook it in that kitchen there. Normally, if you're by a kitchen, most of the basic supplies such as common spices as well as cooking implements, pots and pans and the like will all be available there. Unless it's like in a ruined building or something, it may or may not have those implements. When you engage with a kitchen for the first time attempting to cook a consumable, you will roll to determine what recipe you have, as you will acquire one recipe by default. Your recipe is poached eggs.
Yeah.
On consumption, after a long rest, you can sleep 6 hours instead of a full 8 and have that considered a long rest if you consume a poached egg at the beginning of the day.
Real talk, in real life, I hate poaching eggs. It sucks so much.
Yeah.
because you just get one person who's like, I want poached eggs, and I'm like, these take like 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's the fuck up.
yeah. One poached egg counts as one use for one person. Please note, poached eggs only last 3 days in-game time.
Oh, that's funny. So we can have rotted eggs.
Yeah.
That's great.
Doesn't like
Yeah,
the
so you could
smell.
have rotted eggs in your inventory, so you'll have to like you'll have to note like the date, like
Just-
IRL when you actually made them. And then
Just-
I'll
just
tell
save
you
the
like how
smelly
many
ones.
days have passed.
Save the smelly ones for Dawn. They've got a
There you
20
go.
constitution.
Oh yeah, Don probably wouldn't give a shit. He'd probably just eat them.
How many poached eggs do I have?
Good question. That is where the next feat will come in. You're gonna go ahead and you have 3 that you could possibly cook right now. You're gonna go ahead and attempt to cook them with your prowess. You're gonna roll me sleight of hands, 3 sleight of hands,
Ooh.
and I'll tell you whether or not you succeed on them.
Okay.
Oh, that one's definitely burnt as fuck.
There we go.
One
Here we
success.
go.
Or not. Okay.
Okay, so you have 1 poached egg.
Yay.
Can I give him a health action on the third one?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're
you
doing it wrong. You're leaving it in the water way too long.
somehow you managed to burn water.
There we go.
Nice.
Heck.
And that is no, that's okay. That's another success. This is actually a common recipe. This is a simple recipe.
Right.
Yay.
So you got 2 successes. You have 2 poached eggs.
Woo.
Woo.
Nice. All right, and so go ahead and make note that those were made on 9/18/2022. So I'll tell you how much time, like one campaign after the next, how much time has passed by. If 3 days pass by, they will be rotten.
9 plus 18. Yeah. I
don't know. After our discussion, I could use a rest before we go traveling anywhere, even if it is through time.
I mean, we're all kind of fucked up. I mean, sleeping sounds nice.
For the best place.
There are plenty of beds and rooms and gathering spaces around here for you to choose. You see his down lays upon the ground. He doesn't even choose a room. He just pretends to be a log on the ground as he's now sleeping.
Good Sir Thrak, what can you tell us about our next destination that the Washers have given you?
That is a good question. So, Drac, you would know that the next destination that they would wish to send the party is actually a lot closer than they think. You see, Tarasca resides inside the top of the mountain of Galen. And this region is, here, hold on, allow me to pull up region map real quick for a very familiar place. So, to give you an idea, here's the southern spine. And southern spine to the direct east, over here on my ping, about 500-ish miles out, is the border of Thalos. And then, to the north of Thalos, about another 1,000 miles, is Galen. So Galen is far off to the northeast, a snowy region with tall mountain tops. And inside those mountain ranges is the city of Tarasca.
Okay, so we're not even close to being on this map. We're way northeast.
Yeah, just to kind of give you like scale for like the places that you were at before when you started off. You're more than 1,500 miles away from that location.
What's that big old ship in the sky?
Don't worry about it. That's fine. We're returning.
Ignore the ship. You don't see the ship.
Yeah, ignore the ship that no longer exists. At least not in this timeline.
Right?
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. But yeah, as you could see, you are quite far away from home. The place I wish they will send you is actually quite close to Tarasca. However, it will be in a different fate. And so, ironically enough, this blue platform is the one which will lead you to that next location. This is the first.
Oh, look at that. We chose an order, too.
Say we sleep and then we go.
Yeah. Good plan.
So
Do that.
this
That sounds like a fair
Tarask, it's like a snowy area.
Yes. It's
Okay.
it's like snow and tundra. There are forests, but they're completely they're like fir trees completely covered in snow. They're like caked popsicles basically. It's pretty rough. And so that brings us to an interesting situation, but we'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
Tom speaks up and he's just gonna say, "Let's all sleep. In the morning we can convene, talk about it. Next steps. I think some good sleep would do everybody good."
Yeah.
All right.
Can I push these two beds together to make one bed for Shu?
Absolutely. Shu kind of he's been quiet this whole time. He's kind of just been impartial to the situation. And it's kind of just like following along because he's very keen on you, dear. And he follows you and he kind of peeks through the threshold and he sees you kind of just grabbing one edge of a bed and another edge of a bed and dragging them together, kind of doing almost like a barbell fly or a dumbbell fly and bringing them together. And he's like, "What are you doing there?"
I'm making you a bed. Hold on, give me 1 second.
That's the sweetest thing anyone's ever done for me.
Kelsier, who's not here, is just like, "What the fuck? I gave you freedom."
Where are you going
Yeah,
to
but
sleep?
here's you. Dear is all about you.
Yeah, dear, or Shu likes deer because deer's been very nice to him.
Oh, yeah. Okay, there you go, Shu. There you go. I gotta lay on this bed.
Thank you. And he just plop sits down with his large mass as he kind of gently bounces up and down on the bed. He's like, "This is very comfy. Where will you sleep?"
Right here. I'll sleep over here.
That's very small. One moment. As he comes over and he just extends his large wingspan of arms together and grabs the beds at the opposite ends of the room and drags them together. He ignores the fact that there's two chairs in between and he crushes and splinters the chairs as bits are flying all over the place until finally the two beds are joined together. And then he lets go. You see that his hands have left indents in the foot of the bed. That frame is just it almost looks like it was just destroyed.
Yes, mending.
Sticks goes ahead and uses mending to fix the damages, and he looks over and gives you a slight smile. "Thank you, Sticks. There, comfy bed." And he returns back to his bed and he sits down.
Thank you, Shu.
You're
Lay
welcome.
down. Wait a second, hold on. Well, while Shu lays there, I want to do this. While Shu just lays there, I want to do this.
Oh, what's this? Okay.
I want to spend one of these observing with him.
Oh yeah. Oh, you want to use it on Shu?
Absolutely.
Interacting with another creature outside you can learn certain information about its capabilities compared to your own. The DM tells you if the creature is equal, superior, or inferior regard to two of the following characteristics of your choice. Okay, choose two characteristics.
Oh, who do I want? I'll do armor class and dex.
Armor class and dex. So,
Yeah.
in comparison to you, Shu is superior in both.
Ooh.
Okay.
Are you sizing up your own homie? That's kind of weird, man.
It's a very powerful.
No. How much they got your back, you know?
Oh yeah, I got you. Is it's yo, is this guy gonna flake or is he gonna go to town? I need to know. All right. And this is opportunity for you guys. If there's anything that you would be doing during this night before you retire to your beds, now would be the time. Ooh,
I'll
Liam wants
sleep
tiny hut.
in the bed, but I'm gonna have a hut going, just in case.
Okay. You got it. Which room are you in? Oh, I see you're in that one. Got you. And let's see if I remember correctly. That's 10 foot. So then I'll go ahead and draw that out. So you have a tiny hut. Would you like to flavor this? What does it look like?
It's gonna look like you're sleeping under the stars,
Ooh,
the night
oh.
sky.
Nice.
It's like a sky canopy. That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
And then before I go to bed, I'm gonna do another ritual.
Okay. Your magic and an offering put you in contact with a god or a god's servants. You ask a single question concerning a specific goal, event, or activity to occur within 7 days. Okay. I give her a truthful reply. The reply might be a short phrase, a cryptic rhyme, or an omen. Spell doesn't take into account any possible circumstances that might change the outcome, such as the casting of additional spells or loss or gain of a companion. If you cast the spell 2 or more times before finishing your next long rest, there is a cumulative 25% chance for each casting after the first that you get a random reading. The GM
I'm
makes
just doing it.
Okay.
I'm just doing it the once. I'll mark off 25 gold pieces for the offering,
Okay.
and then I will ask the Morrigan. In this next quest we're about to partake for the Watchers, will the Watchers betray us?
The Watcher's
Yes,
cause is just.
Oh,
Trust in the clays.
He's good enough for me. And I'll go sleep.
All right. That was a good use of divination. I like that. All right. Is anyone else doing anything at this time?
when the room clears, can I disappear to a different place to sleep?
Sure, absolutely. Where would you like to go, or would you like to message me in Discord?
I would just, I'd like to basically disappear to my manor.
Okay,
Like be. Okay.
you got it. All right. And so, as you go towards this door here, while everyone has retired to their rooms, when you open them, you don't find yourself in the clear hallway of the one floating far above the rest of Tarasca. Instead, you see green open fields and large gates before you, before the door shut behind, as you retire back to your estate. All right, and I'll go ahead and I'll put you on the side over here for now. Sorry, go ahead.
I'll reappear in about 6 hours.
Okay. You gonna eat some poached eggs?
I don't have
Stay
to
away
cook
from
for myself there, so I definitely go back
Okay.
to, just sleep.
You got it. So just taking some rest.
Yeah.
All right. Anyone else would like to do anything before they retire?
I'll give Cassie a poached egg.
Ooh, okay.
Give her one.
How do you do it?
I'll come in with a plate with the egg just on like a saucer basically, and set it down in front of her and go, "You shouldn't eat. You shouldn't drink on an empty stomach."
She says thank you and she devours the egg. Hey, you're a pretty good cook.
I smiled, then say thank you, then return to my room.
Yeah. Were you in the middle of eating something there too when you said that?
No.
I was like, crap, I'm eating, honey.
Oh, the wait, that's actually so perfect.
Was.
Hey, this is good shit.
Good shit. Hold on. Wait, can't I mark? I want to do something, but come back to me. I want to
Okay.
do something. I gotta look for it.
Okay, you got it. All right. Anyone else like to do anything? Dag or Tom? Or
So
sorry,
for-
Down and Tom?
For a teleportation circle,
Yes.
I get here. I'll just put it there.
Big thing to note
Yeah.
about teleportation circle is it casts the time. It takes 1 minute to do it,
Alright.
so it's not like feasible in a fight.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, I know. I learned the sigil sequences for 2 destinations. And it says that's determined by you, kind sir.
Alright, okay. Got you. Alright. So you're casting the first circle here, and then I'm assuming you're casting the other part of it somewhere else to like basically bring you back to this location?
No, the way it works
get
is
it.
he
Yeah.
casts he draws a circle and casts teleportation. From which point he can teleport to another teleport ring if he knows it. But he has to spend a minute to study that teleportation ring.
Oh, I got you. Okay, got you.
But I get, says like in the second paragraph, when you first gain the ability to cast a spell, you are in the sigil sequences for 2 destinations on the material plane determined by the GM.
Okay,
And so
gotcha,
that's
gotcha.
what he needs to know, what 2 places he maybe where he studied or something, whatever you want to do, but he knows 2 places,
Okay,
and that's up to you to determine by him,
got you.
Ooh.
or to determine for him.
Alright. Ooh, interesting. Tom, roll me a D100.
Let's see.
Like, roll me 2 of them, okay? And then 1 more.
Come on, 100. Come on, 100. Ah.
Okay.
So, man, that's a 1 in 100 chance. Good rules.
Shut up, Tom. What the... Listen, I only said it once. I understand how math works.
perfect. It was perfect.
It was well timed.
Lovely.
It was well
It's a
executed.
50-50 freaking chance.
You're right, but
It's a 50-50 chance. Either it happened or it didn't.
True.
So good. So good.
pain. All right. So you have 2 locations. One of them is the Bardic College in Dragur. This is also connected to the School of Magic in Dragur. They're side by side to each other. You know this because, well, your Bardic College is a party school. And often the students at the Magic School would come over to the Bardic College to party. You also know of the teleportation circle in the Magic School of Wizardry in Rubica. Down is chilling. All right, got you. So those are the 2 locations you know of. So one in Dragur, the other one is in the Southern Spine in Rubica.
Well, that means for 50 gold and 1 minute of time and the spell slot, you and however many others of us could be at any of those places instantaneously.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
That's a big one to have.
Now, question.
Sure.
Does that bring them back to the last time period they were in?
Nope. It only brings them to that teleportation that exists in this fate.
Okay.
They cannot jump between fates.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it'll work. He technically knows that in this fate. The only difference is that the people that are there might think of him differently. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't know yet.
Yep.
There's the current state of the world is still a very big question mark.
I really like this brand of castigation. I really like those.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I had a bunch of questions. I found the thing, but I have questions whenever you get back to me.
I have lots of answers. I'm very familiar with it, if that helps.
Cool. So basically what I'm trying to do, Percy, is like, because it's out of combat, right?
Uh-huh.
There's like welcome back. I was going to, of course, do Crimson Ride to my scimitar, and then kind of. So first of all, who I'm doing this to is I'm doing it to Drac. Let me do that. And so why I'm doing it to Drac is like, so then I was gonna do the Crimson Ride, do it to my scimitar, and then my scimitar would like just kind of walk as I was walking casually by and accidentally scratch him with it, and then that'll activate the brand. Okay, so now that you know that.
Okay.
Now, why I'm going to do this? Can I do this? So I'm branding him so that way we know where he is and where he's going, and then also if I feel like if he's going to attack us or do anything against us, then he gets psychic damage back to him. So it's kind of like my way of seeing what happens. Like if they tell him to like send us, well, I guess he has to attack us, but I guess my point is to try to see like, oh, if they the Watchers try to have Drac do something against us, like.
Oh, you want to basically have some insurance just in case.
Right. That's what I'm trying to do. Okay. So that's how I wanted to understand or do this. Now, that coming out.
Let's see. Your brand lasts until you dismiss it, or until you use this feature to apply a brand to another creature. Your brand can be dispelled with the spell magic and is treated as a spell with a level equal to half your Blood Hunter level. Maximum 9th level. Once you use this feature, you can't use it again until you finish a short or long rest. Okay. You damage a creature.
That's my next question, because I'm doing it before we do our rest. Does that brand last? And then, so I brand him, I go to sleep, and when I wake up, is that brand still on him, or does it go away because we did
it's still on him because it's until you dismiss it. All it just the only difference when you long rest is that you can use it again. So after a long rest, you could use it again technically.
Okay, that's what I was gonna get at. I basically can brand him right now and go to sleep, and then I still have this skill.
Yeah.
So.
Can you choose where it is?
I mean, you could. Basically, you're just like searing him.
Well, there's two things to note. You have to deal damage with him first of all. So unless he takes 1 point of damage, you have to. Well, he would notice if he took 1 point of damage. Second of all, it would leave an actual brand upon his skin because you literally brand him with a mark.
Yeah.
That's why I was thinking, exactly, he brought up good points. I had to give him damage. Yeah. That's why I was thinking, walking past him with the scratch, and then to answer your question, honey, about where, I was thinking, the back of the
So that's,
Wait, hold on. What, baby?
So I was thinking, the back of the neck, so I've accidentally, I was basically going to role play out of walking up to Drac, and then scratching on the back of the neck, and then he's not really seeing it, but you can feel that pain and feeling the brand. It's like, oh yeah, sorry, my weapon's really sharp. I need to watch out, kind of thing.
Or
what were you saying?
Sorry, go ahead. Sticks?
That was it.
Sorry, Sticks.
Oh, okay.
That was it. Just those two things.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
And you can... honestly, there's a few things you can do to roleplay it out, too. You don't necessarily even have to, deceive him either. It could just be listen, we don't trust you. This is just insurance. Until we really, see, what the Watchers are about, and see, what your intentions are. This is just to make the group feel better about the situation.
Oh, I like that, too. I changed my mind. I want Percy's idea.
Okay. There you go. And then that way, he also has a choice. It's like, okay. And I mean, it would make sense. So.
Yeah, I like that. Good call.
Mm-hmm. All right. And so, you all retire and have a long rest. You all get your HP values back, as well as your spell slots and any other features or traits that are recharged on short or long rest. All right. And so,
I feel like that was a good time for my internet to just cut out and not hear any of that.
Yeah. Oh, perfect. So you don't
It
know
was.
anything about what's going on. We love that.
I heard it.
Remember, Percy, I said I wanted that before my long rest. So
Oh,
I want to
okay.
know if he agrees. Because I want to gain that back.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll explain it now. Let's explain it now. So.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
So you wanted to brand me, but you wanted to have a conversation with me about
why we're doing it. Yeah. So, I walk up to you and I explain, look, as you can see, we're not very trusting of, gods have screwed us over in the past and we've been battling like crazy, as you can tell how beat up we are. one good act of faith that you could do is you could let me brand you, just so you know that we have a trust bond between you and between us. And I promise this won't hurt you as long as you don't hurt us.
Basically, she's saying that she's wants to cast a brand of castigation on you, as kind of like a little bit of insurance, just so that they feel better traveling with you.
Man, I feel.
Do you want me? I don't know if you could see it on the stream very well. Let me know if you need me to read it.
Hey,
Sticks is
Shat,
over here. Sticks is over here asleep, so I don't know what's going on.
And this is what happened right before I left the room. Is basically
Yeah.
what you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is before you leave. I come up to you and have this conversation because I want to do it before I go to sleep. So
Was it just you and everybody else had left, basically?
no, I did this one-on-one with you, so I didn't really tell the group. Styx was in his room sleeping. Deer and Shu were doing their bedtime sleepover fun time.
Their little bedtime routine.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. The character Drac is very like cocky and confident, and like would not want to be branded and wear a brand from someone. And I would tell you he would say no, but he would hear you out. So roll me a persuasion, and can you roll an insight for me? I will roll my insight, but I want to see if you persuade me.
See, let's do this. Oh, I do not.
It's against my insight, I believe, right?
Well,
So,
sorry, go
Or
on.
you can set a
how do you
DC.
want to word it, Percy? It's up to you how you want to word it.
So she is definitely trying to persuade you, but you're kind of like wary about it too. I mean, she's literally asking, "Hey, could I leave a mark on you?" So you
I
know,
want to put
like,
it doesn't have to be visible.
yeah,
Well, I mean, it's kind of kinky leaving a mark on someone. I mean,
yeah. The mark does seem a little bit weird, but if you are wary of like what her intentions are, you can roll me insight against it. Not really necessarily against it, but like to see like if you know, if she's being completely truthful for you, like that's all she's using it for.
Okay.
Persuasion, not really for player on
Maybe
player.
Yeah.
charisma. I
Yeah.
have like a charisma
Yeah,
thing.
exactly. Your
Yeah.
character has free will. I can't make a character who's got a 20 persuasion and tell everybody to do exactly what I want them to, just because I have a
Yeah.
high persuasion. So, but if you want to roleplay it where your character might be swayed by her persuasion, and that's where you want, that's cool to.
That's kind of what I'm at. I want to see what she does, and I want to know her. I have a +1 to insight because I only have a +1 to.
all right. Same.
So, can you roll a d20 for me in there? Or do you want me to roll it in there too?
I can do
Oh
it.
yeah. Here, I'll roll it.
Oh wait, Percy can do it.
Oh,
15.
Just based on what
Thanks,
she's
Per-
telling you. Oh, you're welcome.
But yeah,
Yeah.
Knowing that it's genuine and being able to tell that, I would actually allow it. But no.
oh yeah.
Yeah.
But I look at her and I go, burn me with this, and I will burn you 10 times over.
That's fair. And now she has more like respect for him because she can tell that he looks into things just as much as she does. Like she wants someone that is going to make sure that like, all right, everybody, what they say they are, we're meeting each other at the same spot,
Yeah.
And then she asks you one last thing. Where would you like the brand? We can hide it. It doesn't have to be visible.
So this stays between us.
Yes.
I am trusting you in that, just as you are trusting me.
Yes. But I
what
still
is-
have to put an actual mark on your bond. Like, do you
what
want
does
it
the
on?
brand?
Yeah.
What does the
sorry, go
brand
ahead.
look like?
Ooh,
Oh, that's
good
a
question.
great question.
Yeah, what
Can
does it look like?
Are we designing it here, or is there a specific one?
You know what?
Is
For
it
for
not-
shit for shits and giggles, you could go ahead and use the freehand option in Roll20. You could draw it out on the map here. What would you like it to look like?
Here we go.
I was just gonna suggest, wouldn't it just look like a blue dragon because of Cassie's?
I mean, it could look like a blue dragon, but I'm kind of curious, like what you want to come up with, because
Here we go.
it's technically your blood hunter mark, so it is catered towards you.
Yes, but do you remember which god we just last talked to? We last talked to Tate with all the butterfly
That's
stuff.
true.
So
Oh yeah.
butterfly tramp stamp.
Oh my god.
Don't judge my fucking tramp stamp, motherfucker. So,
No, we real totally forgot about Tom's tramp stamp. We got to bring that up all the time.
We do.
The butterfly Tramp stamp.
No, if it was a tramp stamp, it'd be like on my lower back, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. It's true.
Yeah,
That's
yours is on the
lower
back of your hand, but this brand of castigation that she's going to be marking.
Track with.
Yeah, do you want a tramp stamp track?
Well, in
Tramp
that
stamp
time
of power.
period,
Actually, wait, no, I take it back. I offer you two options. I offer you the Tape one, which is, I recently followed Tape, and it's a butterfly, or my own personal lineage of a dragon. So, because originally I was going to do the dragon, but I was like, oh, wait, I could design it? Like,
So has Natu told us, like, specifically that Drac is going to join us on these adventures, or I thought he was just watching us for the night?
He said that he's going to be our guide to help us get to where we're going and
Correct.
stuff
He'll
like
be
that.
accompanying you.
Okay.
yeah.
so I'll be showing you.
And then, Shad, if I do like identify spell, can I do it as like a ritual and not burn a spell slot? Is that how it works?
If
Well,
you
we're gonna
have
do a lot
ritual casting, if you have ritual casting as one of your features and traits, yes,
He does.
So I'll accept.
It's a bard feature.
then you certainly can.
Go.
We've had
Before
this
we
discussion, I believe, 3 times.
we have, I just wanted to. I couldn't remember. It's been a minute. I want to make sure.
Makes sense.
Before we sleep, can I talk to? Fuck, I forget names.
Drac.
Deer.
No shit. Deer. Yes.
Okay, deer. Well, look at deer's getting up. Hold on, we can. Well, you can come in.
No,
my
like
room,
I'll go to I'll go to your room.
Yeah, me and Chu are having a pillow fight. Like, come on, get in here.
California girls, unforgettable.
I was just reveling in the tragedy of my pizza, and now I have to hear this. Thank you. Thank you for the torment.
You're welcome. Enjoy the
Anytime.
Katy Perry as you eat burnt pizza.
It's more tragic than just a burnt pizza. I'm so upset about
Did you quite literally set it on fire, or like?
No,
Water.
okay, so you know how you called me and I was asleep?
Yeah.
I was baking the pizza and I fell asleep.
Oh my
my
god!
So we did.
So
save your life.
but it's not just a pizza. It's not like a Walmart $7 frozen pizza. Like, we have a garden. I tossed dough. I pureed tomatoes.
No, man.
And now I'm eating boiled eggs and drinking beer because I'm sad.
Oh no!
Jesus. If I had money, I'd DoorDash your food.
Oh my god!
I would. I wouldn't give a fuck.
That's tragic.
That's so sad. I'm so sorry, dude.
So like,
Not
if
gonna
I
lie,
did,
it's kind of a funny story. I'm kind of glad it happened.
Well, I'm glad we woke you up.
Yeah.
Oh, right? Yeah.
I mean, it's not like the house was gonna be on fire. It's
You
just
don't
gonna
know that.
You don't
create-
know
You'd be
No.
surprised.
They're just gonna
You
create
don't know.
more and more carbon.
Yeah, then you like
No.
stick.
Yeah, you
suck it
never
just
know.
carbon monoxide.
And
If the oven just being on was gonna set the house on fire, it would do it when I was baking like a ham for 10 hours. Like, it's not that big of a deal. It's just sad.
listen,
one?
we're just glad that you're okay, but also I'm sorry for your loss of pizza.
Yeah, that's a real pizza.
Yeah.
You-
It was a real
Hello.
pizza.
Okay. Can we
That sounds so
it
good.
was real to
can we
me.
can we leave an F here for
Yeah, for real.
for
Here we
Dom.
go.
Okay, Down doesn't give a shit about
Okay,
the
cool.
pizza.
Thank you, Shaq.
Okay, right here. How am I get better here? There.
Okay. So, by
not
the
me.
way, just as a reminder, you probably already saw it in chat here, Tom, but ritual casting identify is going to cost you 11 minutes of time per item. So if you're planning to identify a bunch of items, just note that if you take too long throughout the night, you might lose out on some sleep, so you won't get a full long rest.
Okay. I'm just.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Oh my god.
Just do one or two, bruh.
No, I know. I did. I thought. I
Or because we're getting
interrupted
ready
for a second.
Because we're getting ready to take a long rest, you might as well use your level 1 slots anyway.
Oh yeah,
Mhm.
you're just going to get them back.
True. Oh yeah. You're so smart, sir.
Wait, what do you need from deer?
Yeah, why'd you come to
but
this room?
Don't you have
Because it's
most of
just a
the
fun-
stuff that you looted?
Oh yeah, I think I have all of it technically. Because I don't think any of us split it up your way.
And then I wanted to talk to him about the book and like apologize
Wait here, wait. Let me
and
copy
like
all my stuff.
and explain it all.
Right here. Here's everything that we got from them.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
I think we split the money up.
Yeah, we put the money up. I had a strike through on it, but it didn't translate right. What the crap?
All right. Well, it kind of looks cool. I kind of like the squares.
Yeah, that's bullet points on Word apparently.
Yeah.
Apparently it does that. Neat.
Yeah.
He's formatting.
So the main ones that have not been identified yet is the book wrapped in chains, the garments, strange key, broomstick, some random clothes, ornate robes, the staff, and a tome.
Identify 20 platinum.
Imagine that would technically be like 20 identify spells because you can't identify a pile of multiple things. You'd have to like grab each individual platinum and be like, "Is this magic?" Nope.
Oh my
sure?
True.
Oh, it's a mimic.
Bend the rules.
I could just use detect magic.
Oh yeah, detect magic. There you go.
Yeah, that's a good start.
You detect
Wait,
magic.
finish
This
with
whole
ours.
house is magic as fuck, yo.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
is true.
There you go.
But-
It probably is, to be honest.
But it's
a
okay because the
watcher.
non-magical items would stand out because they're not glowing at all.
Oh.
True.
Percy, to finish up me and Drax real quick, so we
Oh,
have our
sure.
conversation.
Yep.
I'm going to put a dragon tattoo on the back of his. Let me double check that I'm saying it right hand, so
Yeah.
that it. Thank you. So it can be hidden underneath his gauntlet and only shown when need be.
Interesting.
Okay. And then you leave a brand that is glowing of blue azure light over his hand before it finally dulls into a steel blue dragon upon his backhand.
Oh, can I have done it with my fire breath too? Like I branded him with my fire breath on the back of his
God.
hand.
Sure, why not? You could do that.
Sure.
That would have made my character a little more sketched out.
It's just like she just starts breathing fire on you.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
real.
this isn't gonna
Fire.
hurt at all. You suffer 1 point of fire damage as she breathes on the back of your hand. No, I'm assuming that you just like give him a little nick for 1 damage, and then
Yeah,
it leaves
exactly.
behind the mark.
Give him a little poof.
Yeah, a little
Yeah.
poof. All right, and so you take 1 point of damage there, and you now have a brand of castigation in the form of a steel blue colored dragon marked upon your hand.
Awesome.
All right. And then when she returns back to bed, because I'm assuming you're returning back, you're retiring, right, Cassie?
I didn't. Yeah.
Okay.
You know.
Okay.
Woo!
Yay. Okay. Then you retire to your estate when nobody is around, Drac.
Of course.
All right. And then Down is laying like a log on the floor, I think, being sad about his pizza. And
There you go.
meanwhile, Shu, Tom, and Deer are in the other room. Tom and Deer discussing items that were procured in the last battle.
I'm gonna be like, dear, I'm sorry about your book. You know how he was like talking to us in that tent thing?
Yeah, I remember that.
So it turned out it was like an actual person that we let out. And so she kind of like, the book like basically like went to another body and like transformed.
No one should be kept. No one should be kept prisoner in anything. I understand.
And then I'm gonna like put a hand like over my heart and be like, I swear, next book you find, like, it's all yours. We'll let you read it and everything.
I pick up the tomb and go like this one.
Sure. Which one? The book wrapped in chains, or the tome?
I'm taking the tome. Come on, look at it. Until I can't read it, then I'm gonna like throw it.
Okay.
Yeah,
so,
because Deer can't read.
Yeah, the dude's gonna look at it for a while and be like annoyed and just throw it across the room.
It hit his shoe in the face. Ow.
Sorry, Shu.
I'll cast Identify on the tome, the staff, the ornate robes, and the strange key.
Okay.
So
How many is that total? And do you have enough spell slots to do that?
yeah,
Okay. Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah,
Okay.
and then I'll just burn them off when I sleep.
Okay. So list off the items that you're checking for me.
The tome,
Okay.
the staff,
Uh-huh.
the ornate robes,
Okay.
and the strange key.
And strange key. Alright, you got it. Okay. So after a few minutes, you identify each of those items. The tome, you are informed that the tome is a tome of leadership. And I will go ahead and show you what that does. I think the text for the Tome of Leadership is a little bit long, but essentially it's a charisma-based item that will, after attunement, after a long period of time, will give you another point in charisma.
Oh boy.
One moment as I pull that up for you.
Okay, so strange key, tome, and ornate robes. What else?
Yeah. So for now, just make note of it, and we'll bring all that information as we go along. The first thing, the tome, is the Tome of Leadership. The staff is it's similar to like a wand of Witch Bolt, but it's a staff of Witch Bolt. Essentially, it has 5 charges of Witch Bolts that it can cast. And can be recharged after a long rest. So basically 5 Witch Bolts every long rest. And it can be cast up to... It can be cast up to level 3.
For like each 5 charges?
Yeah, each of those 5 charges, it could be cast up to level 3. So basically they're level 3 Witch Bolts.
Okay.
Okay. And then the ornate robes. Let's see. Ooh, these robes are actually interesting because these robes are robes of the Archmagi. When worn, gives a +1 to spell modifier. So basically gives +1 to hit with spells. And also will give +1 to damage with spells. In addition to that, when taking damage, twice per long rest, you can choose to cut a magical damage type. Basically, that could be anything like force, acid, cold, fire, you name it. You can cut that damage in half. So as a reaction, you can cut that damage. It's similar to absorb elements, except instead of rolling a dice roll, you just cut the damage. You just get resistance.
Oh, that's kind of neat.
What's up, Chad?
No, I was just gonna say it's resistance.
Yeah.
Is the word you're looking for.
Thank you. Yeah, I was like thinking about. I was like, what is the word? What's the word? It was like resistance.
Resistance.
Man.
And then
And key.
last but not least, above the board as players, some of you actually know what this is. This is a skeleton key. Skeleton key is a key with Euclidean behaviors when placed inside confined areas, such as a keyhole. And when it does so, it is able to mold to the shape appropriate in order to unlock that door. Essentially, it is a key that can unlock any door. But then after it is used, it then crumbles to dust.
Mine.
Okay. And then I'll tell all that to Deer.
Huh. I
That-
can't use any of those. I don't really think.
Well, that's just the ones we've checked. For that tome, is it like to the max of 20 for charisma +1?
Correct, to the max of 20, I believe. And that's actually an item that exists in the D&D Beyond Compendium. Yeah, you can search it up in inventory.
Cool. Okay.
So I think other than you, I think the only other person that is charisma based.
It's called the Tome of Leadership and Influence. It
Yep.
gives
And
2 points of charisma,
it's
but
2.
you have to spend 48 hours reading it within a period of 6 days.
eh.
Yeah. So
Okay,
essentially,
okay, so
you got to read it a lot and read it consistently.
Okay.
But if I believe like the timer only starts like once you actually like activate it, right? When you begin to try like attunement by reading it, that's when the
And
timer starts.
That's up to you how you want. It just says 48 hours within a period of 6 days.
Okay, got you.
A lot of reading.
So I will chalk that up to as soon as you start reading it, that is when the 6 days start. So you'll have to read it for 48 hours within 6 days.
That's 8 hours a day and 8 hours of rest. and there's
Pretty
8 hours.
much. So it would probably be best to hold that for when there's a lot of downtime that happens for your characters. Take that advantage to read a bunch of it in bulk, if not read all of it. So in that way, you can kind of just like speedrun getting to charisma, so to speak.
Otherwise, you're just
Oh.
a guy walking around with a book in hand.
Mhm.
Going, I'm reading.
Yeah, I also discovered, thanks to Shad, that you could actually combine that with Keen Mind. So if you're like on the go and you're reading it, it would count towards the time.
Okay, here's 2 questions.
Sure.
1, if we travel through time, does the timer for the book move?
Nope, it does not.
Okay. And 2, if like let's say you try to read it, you fail reading it, can you try again?
Yes.
Yes, you can.
Okay, thank you.
So once you successfully do it, the runes disappear and fade and don't
Yeah.
become active for another 100 years.
Okay, that's all I needed. I was just curious. I was like,
Oh,
I was
wait.
trying to link it
Whoa,
in
wait,
VT,
wait.
but it wouldn't link.
wait, what?
What's
What's
up?
that spell?
So,
Time
you-
travel, 100 years. I know.
okay.
Mhm.
We could
Possibly
bury it
people,
yeah.
time.
100 years in the
I imagine,
past.
I
and come
imagine,
back
I imagine
and
the
bury it.
Watchers probably have rules against abusing such things.
Correct.
Yeah.
But
They-
plus
Like
2,
it.
go back 100 years. Plus 2, 100 years. Plus 2. My
Yeah.
Christmas 30.
Exactly.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah. So the Watchers have a very strict rule about using the means of time travel for personal gains. Now, of course, there are situations where you know, desperate times require desperate measures, but those are discussed among the Council of the Watchers. Like even Natu himself, he can't make a declaration like that. He would need to get approval from the entire council unanimously to make a decision like that. So it's definitely frowned upon among the Watchers to use time in such a way. As even the smallest decisions can make ripples.
I'm gonna do like one ritual casting for the identify spell too.
Okay.
And just the broomstick.
The broomstick? Okay, you got it. So, that broomstick. Alright. Let's see, let me double check
Made
my
of
notes on
wood
that one.
and straw. It's just a fucking. broom.
It's just a imagine, dude. That would actually be so funny. Yep. The
I
Robe of the
suddenly gain
Archmagi is
a
homebrew.
strong. I suddenly gain a strong like feeling of wanting to lick the broom.
Oh no! Do not
You're
lick
a
that broom.
dirty guy.
you,
I'm sorry, baby. I love you.
you dirty bard.
I can't hat all over again.
Okay, so you identify the broom, and you don't get a name of the broom itself, but you do begin to understand what the broom does. The broom gives you a fly speed of 30 feet, and also allows you to have a fly speed of 60 for a full minute per long rest. In addition to that, you are able to stand on the broom in any orientation you wish, so long as you have 2 points of contact to it. For example, a foot and a hand, 2 feet, 2 hands. So basically, like for example, you could be standing on it and you could be oriented completely upside down and still be attached to the broom. However, this is not immune to dispel magic. Doing so behaves similar to a spell. If someone were to cast, for example, dispel magic, as you were doing so, you will fall out of the sky. Mm-hmm.
Prepare a
Can
counter
anybody ride on it, or is it like
It is,
any sort of weight limit?
it requires attunement, and once it is attuned to one individual, is bound to that individual. It remains with them until death. In which, at which point, the magical item is then free and can then be owned by another.
I want to give it to
Oh.
Shu.
Oh,
Let's
this
Let's
massive thing riding this tiny broomstick. Okay.
Absolutely.
see what everybody else says in the morning, but I just
Yeah.
wanted to go ahead and get a couple done. So
So you can always fly on the broom at 30, and then you
Okay.
can once a day kick it into big fast mode for 60, or is that what I heard?
Yeah.
Big
Yeah,
facts.
so
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
so
Got it then.
once per long rest, you can kick it into fast mode for like a full minute.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, yeah, I got everything.
Sweet.
So you could always be flying around on a broom.
Yeah, essentially gives you the ability to fly. I think right now, Cassie has the ability to fly, and I don't know, anyone who has levitate can, well, not really fly, but you can get off the ground. And now this is another means of flying.
Although dispel magic will definitely make it hurt.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Hey,
have to be
question.
careful.
Weight limit? Like, so yeah, someone owns it, but how many people stacked on the broom can you carry?
It can only carry one person of medium size or smaller.
Okay, medium size, okay.
Mhm.
What is medium size? What's that
You
mean?
can draw a mystical power and rise in the air. As a bonus action, when you are in dim light or darkness, you can magically give yourself a flying speed. Oh, you can fly too. Oh shit,
Okay, 6 of them. Cool. Kill.
that's wild.
Wait, what?
Styx has the ability to fly now at this point.
As long as I have my Twilight Sanctuary up, which surrounds me in 30 feet of dim light, then I can Steps of Night and I can fly around
Yeah.
with my sphere of can't kill us.
Yeah. So long as he's in that space, he's able to fly.
You have the ability to make it.
Just
make it a whole
I think it
Quidditch
moves. I
field
think it
wide.
moves with you. Yeah.
It moves with me.
Yeah. So essentially, like he has the ability to fly. I think that's 30 movement, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you basically have a flying speed equal to your walking speed.
There you go.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
Yeah. You know, now that I'm thinking about it though, that broom could be really good on either Styx or on Tom.
I don't
that'd
need
be
it. Someone else can take it.
Yeah,
Or I
we'll-
could be
we'll talk about it,
casting Eldritch Blast from Broomstick.
Do you know
Eldritch
who
Blast.
do you know who I think it really would be best on?
Who?
There's this meme of the barbarian trying to run around to the either side of the fight to
Oh,
get to the
yeah.
guy,
Oh my
and then the guy
god.
tell
Oh my
it,
God.
or the big baddie flies or whatever,
Mhm.
and then I think Deer might be one of the big,
Big
ones. Or Deer or
Goliath.
someone who doesn't have a ranged attack who might be in a situation where he needs to get to
Do I
Just
have
saying.
That's
I don't
true.
think I have a
Just
tag.
saying.
Actually, I don't think I.
Yeah.
Well, technically I
think
do. I
even-
have a javelin, but that's nothing really.
Bards
Yeah.
might even be able to get the fly spell. I'm not sure though.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? That actually is a very good point because Deer, when you're on that broom, as long as you have 2 points of contact, you can orient yourself in any way while you're in the air while on that broomstick. So you could even be upside down or like sideways, things like that. So that means you're not at disadvantage either to attack somebody. You know what I mean? It's not like you're clumsily hanging onto this thing.
Yeah.
So
can he
2 feet. 2 feet would be 2 hands to swing.
yeah,
There we go.
exactly.
can he be on it because he's like a Goliath, or does he?
Well,
have
he
to
still
be
counts as medium size, even though like everything else
Oh, okay.
indicates that he's large as fuck. The only thing that gives him like large class benefits is basically like pushing, pulling things, lifting things. Like
Yeah,
like
it's,
that's the
always
advantage he
the-
gets. But size-wise, he's still medium, so he can still ride.
Here, I'll give you here. Oh, it's called powerful build. Here you go.
There you go. Deer the flying meat grinder, dude. He's just flailing around with his swords and just beating the shit out of everything on a broomstick. He's like the most beefy fucking wizard ever.
It reminds me of that skit from like EXP to level 3,
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
where he just like goes to the boss, and then the big bad just teleports to the complete other
Yeah.
side of the room.
Oh yeah.
So he just spent his whole turn in action running the other side. A lot of wizards will take to the sky as defense, and so that you just tear
Okay,
them wizards
okay.
up, brother.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know. It's up to you. I think deer would be good to get it.
I think it's
I'll
yeah,
absolutely
that's
take it.
actually a really cool idea.
I'll absolutely take it, but I do that's the rest of the group.
Yeah, and you could discuss it in the morning when you all wake up.
Absolutely.
All right.
Tom, get out of me and Chu's room.
I'm gonna just lay right here.
Yeah. So yeah,
Okay.
then when you wake up, you can go. You're gonna lay in the platform in the middle.
Mhm.
Nice. You go ahead and you lay down on the cold floor. It feels marble in texture. It's hard and uncomfortable. All right.
Sweet.
You wake up painful.
So then you guys have identified those items, and you can discuss that with your party when you wake up. And you all take a long rest. You can go ahead and click long rest on all of your character sheets.
Yeah.
Juicy.
Hey, you guys actually have HP again in spell slots. We love it.
Yeah.
You guys haven't
Oh,
had that
were
in
they all
about a month.
You say that. I didn't get hurt at all in that fight.
That's true. Sorry,
So when they got-
sidetrack.
When they got teleported to the Watchers or summoned, they didn't get healed or anything.
No.
They were like half ragged and
Yeah.
looking like
Yeah, Natu literally hung
God.
out around the round table with them and talked to them as they were like panting and like beat to all hell. And he's like going through his he's going through his fucking history lesson and explaining the state of the world and like how something is coming to end them. And like they just got through a fight that they're like, holy fuck, we literally fought a god twice. Like they're like, what the fuck? And then Natu is like, so will you join me? And they're like, we'd like some rest first.
yeah.
They showed up
This
looking
explains a lot.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
That's one of my favorite gifts.
Okay.
What is it? Oh.
Yeah, that's pretty much what was going on.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, it's pretty accurate. All right.
Oh.
And so, you all take your long rest, and you all awaken to a new day. As you look outside the windows, you can see Tereska in its beauty down below. You can see the crystal blue waters out beyond the distance, beyond the arches, as well as the magical circle and the bright light casting itself into the sky. What would you do?
Butterfly crew.
Butterfly crew?
Cook.
I like that.
Cook again.
You know what? I'm gonna cook too.
Okay, come on,
Ooh,
let's all
okay.
cook.
All right. As this is your first time engaging with the kitchen here, you get your first honorary survival check
Oh.
rolled here, Tom. Roll me a survival check.
Do, 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 do.
See it? Wow.
Ooh, nice. Okay.
There we go.
All right.
Yeah, Tom, show me how it's done.
Butterfly crew, best crew. Let's go. All right.
Shoots at butterflies. Hurry.
All right. And so, with your survival check of 22, you know how to make one recipe on the upper end of the common. You know how to make hearty beef stew.
Ooh.
Yum.
Just like before, so long as you are in a kitchen, you get all the implements and common spices. The seasonings and spices that are required for beef stew are all considered common items and are available. There is beef present. There's currently one use of beef. This can create 2 servings of beef stew. So that means you have 2 attempts at sleight of hand to cook said beef stew. One beef stew, when consumed, will give you +1 to Constitution for 1 minute. Essentially, it temporarily increases your HP pool. That's true. Gotta get the
Facts.
potatoes too. Without the potatoes, is
Yeah.
it really beef stew?
For real.
Beef
There
and potatoes, and throw some
no
carrots in
boil
there,
them,
too.
mash them, stick them.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
there's
true.
carrots too. Oh, I'm getting hungry.
Maybe a little bit of celery too. I like
No,
green
you're wrong.
celery.
Nasty chips.
Can I make like
I mean, maybe
Mere
some onions.
promise.
can I make like some samples for like everybody? So like it wouldn't be like the actual like full beef stew, like you get all the rewards and shit, but just like
Oh, okay. So like just the food itself, but not the actual
Yeah.
Okay, got you. Yeah, you
I mean, 'cause
absolutely could.
We're gonna be we don't need an extra hit point for a minute.
Mhm.
Not right now.
Y'all need to get the
Well,
chef
it'd be
feed.
10 extra hit points.
Yeah, chef feed is actually like crazy good in my world.
Can have that.
Listen, you can't have a war on an empty stomach.
Yeah.
And the one person you gotta respect, regardless of any rough situation you're in, is the cook.
There
Yep.
you go.
Yeah, do not piss off the cook.
All right. That is 2 successes. So
Oh,
you create 2 beef stews and you distribute them out into samples for your party to enjoy.
I'll keep one for Drac,
Okay. You got it.
so you can get one.
All right.
Where I go? Oh God, where I go?
And so, you all wake up. You gather. Many of you are surrounded around butterfly crew, a little butterfly crew, and you can smell the wonderful aroma, strong, prominent scent of herbs and spices, seasonings, as well as the prominent smell of beef as it wafts through the air. You already feel somewhat invigorated by the scent.
I burst open a door
Mhm.
and walk in and walk up to the group. In the background, they see what they would have seen when I walked away.
Oh, okay. So as he opens the doors and then they slowly close, those of you who are by Butterfly Crew, roll me perception checks.
Perception.
Ooh, here comes Lauren. Hold on.
Yep.
Just figured out of here.
Ooh, nice.
No one- No.
So-
Where's that one?
So Cassie, you don't
First
really
one.
see anything. You're really just like distracted by the wonderful smells that are coming from the kitchen. You're wondering like, I wonder who and what are they cooking over there? It smells so good. Meanwhile, Sticks and Down, they look
Cassie's
behind
like me.
themselves. Sticks and Down, you turn around as someone bursts through the door and you see that it is your good old friend here, Drac, who comes in, making an entrance. And you look behind him and you can see that the area behind him is lush green field as well as a large fence leading to an estate before the doors finally shut. Clunk.
Just look at that one. Just give him a look.
Huzzah! Yeah, that's definitely not where we came from. That door is some kind of crazy.
Yep.
Good morning,
We all
That's not
have
even
our
the right
tricks.
feature, never mind.
I say
Sim-
as I walk up to them, the large group.
Good morning, Drac. I will tell you I have spoken with the Morrigan, and she says that the Watchers are to be trusted. You have my support. I cannot
glad to hear
speak for
that.
the others, though.
I'm sure
Good.
we will.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sure we will come to see each other's true character in time.
He's fair.
Are we almost prepared to go?
Oh, yes, but first you must enjoy this stew that Tom has prepared for you.
Did someone say stew?
Did somebody say somebody prepared something for me?
Yeah.
I love being served.
Well, for everybody.
Yeah, they made
And
you
I'll
some
hold
stew.
I'll hold out I'll hold out shoes portion as well.
Thank you. And as you hand him like a little portion, I'm assuming it's like in a small bowl. It looks comically tiny in his large hands, but he sips on it politely.
Like Andre the Giant.
Yeah, like that. Yeah. This is delicious.
Thank you.
I can really taste the umami.
How tall is this Goliath? Like 8 feet, 9 feet?
Oh, this guy is this guy here is a centaur, and he's like fucking enormous. This guy is like standing up tall. Like if you were back straight, this guy is about like 12 feet up into the air, and basically like the bottom of his
Technically a
hooves
large
up
creature,
to like
right?
his hip.
Technically a large creature, right?
Yeah, technically a large creature. Yeah. So from hoof up to his hip, that's already like 8 feet right there.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. As you take a closer look at him, you see that parts of him are most definitely construct, an automaton of sorts. But then there is moss as well as patches of bark and vines and leaves that cover his entire body. He almost seems like overgrown is like the appearance that he has.
Interesting.
I'm gonna share with everybody the stuff that we identified yesterday.
Yes, let's share.
Mm-hmm.
So we found.
I'll just dump it on the table.
Home leadership. You can get a. I'm just gonna say the name.
Okay, I can copy it.
I'm just trying to like roleplay it out.
Oh, okay.
We have staff of witch bolt. Our charges of witch bolt. We have a skeleton key that can unlock any door, but it's like one use. Ornate robes. When warm, gives +1 spell modifiers and +1 to damage. And a broomstick that gives a fly speed of 30 feet and allows you to have a fly speed of 60 for a whole minute. Stand on broom as long as you have 2 points of contact. That's all I was able to identify yesterday. So I don't know if anybody would be interested in things more than others.
I think these artifacts would be very beneficial to completing our mission.
So like maybe we give the ornate robes to like Drac. So he'll be the spell slinger.
Yeah.
What do those do again?
Can you? Put that in.
It gives +1 to hit and damage your spells. Basically, it gives you +1 to your spell mod. And in addition, twice per long rest as a reaction, you get resistance to a magical source of damage.
You already present me with a gift?
I might. Is there anybody else that uses like charisma?
I mean, if you betray us, we'll have no problem taking it off of your corpse.
True. Is there anybody else like a main charisma user? Or is it just like me and Drac?
I don't think
Yeah.
so. I think,
I'm strength.
yeah, I'm pretty
I'm
sure
into-
that Styx' wisdom.
Yep.
So it's just me and Drac?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll also present him with the book because I can't get any use out of it.
Oh yeah, you've exceeded that point, huh?
Yeah.
Well, the book doesn't say that.
Oh, it doesn't cap out at 20?
If he's choosing increased stat gains from like level 8, level 12, when you get those, that's where you're capped at 20. But magical items that increase it can increase it. It's one of the few ways you can get above that
gotcha.
stat.
All right. In
So-
that case, then you can go even further beyond.
Ooh.
Would you be opposed to it, Percy, if you feel it's too much? Because if you feel it's too much, then
I'm
I'm
totally,
not giving
dude.
this
I would not have given this to your party if I didn't think it was fair. Of course, like
Wouldn't-
you know, like if someone like pointed out to me like, hey, so this might happen, I'd be like, oh yeah, I didn't think about it that way and adjust it. But like, if you ask me just individually, am I okay with it? Yes, I am okay with it.
Okay.
However, it doesn't necessarily have to go to you either. That's something that you can just discuss among your party.
I'll
not
take
too
it.
far.
+2. My charisma's 12. I won't use it, but I'll take it.
It would benefit the bard or the sorcerer the most to not use names but to use classes. Those classes would gain, or the warlock would gain from it the most. And we have a bard, Tom, and we have a sorcerer / warlock, Drac. And statistically, out of game, just speaking, that's who would benefit the most from it.
Yeah. Now I say we give it to Tom.
Yeah, because if you think about it, Tom also has his bardic inspirations, and based off his build and the items he's acquired, he also gets bonuses to his bardic inspiration by increased charisma. So like right now, he already has like a +5 to his bardic inspirations. So then this would put him potentially at a +6, which could be
Yep,
really
there
good.
we go.
Yeah.
Which would
Let's give it to
benefit us
him.
all in the long run.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah.
So it's up to you.
Jack, what do you think?
It's all Gucci, man. I don't care.
I meant Drac. I'm sorry.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
No, you're good.
And you ask my character personally, what do I think?
Mhm.
Well, you guys have fulfilled your trials, and these are your treasures that you have been rewarded. I've done my own trials and gotten my own treasures. I think you should take it amongst yourself. And I think
Sounds
you
good
should
to me.
enhance your own ability.
Let's give it to Shu.
Yeah, you know what? That was well said. I like that. Drac, get 1 inspiration.
Thank you.
What about Staff of Witch Bolts? What do we want to do with that?
5 charges of control.
Yeah, it's basically like pretty good damage output, force damage without using spell slots.
Let me see which hole. Where's the loaded one? 30 feet. Give it to Cassie.
Give what to me?
Witch
You want a
bolt.
Staff of Witch Bolt?
It's a beam of crackling blue energy. She already has it, doesn't she? With
I already
her breath weapon. Let's give more energy. Or let's give more.
You get 5 charges of level 3 Witch Bolt with this staff.
It's
Okay.
a useful thing to give
Drac.
to.
Give it to Drac.
It's a useful thing to give to a melee character who, you know, could be out of combat at times. They have an ability to, if you don't require to know the spell to use it,
Yeah.
they suddenly have the ability to hit at long range or do damage.
How about
Well,
you give it to Daun? Because Daun's constitution is crazy high, and because of being a barbarian, very rare I'm ever actually going to take damage.
There we
Give it
go.
to Drac. That's my
Take it.
Sure, okay.
Sorry, what was that,
There we
Siri?
go.
Me or Star?
Siri, I missed what you said.
No, I was saying Drac or Doan, and it's Doan, so let's do Doan.
Okay.
Sounds good.
All right. Looks
And then-
like you're getting witch
I'm gonna be
bolt.
honest, out of character, I was a little worried that one of you guys was gonna like take that robes of the Magi and use it against fighting me,
Oh,
because you can cut my force damage in half. Suddenly, Eldritch Blast is really nerfed.
yeah, just like significantly nerfed. It's like Eldritch Blast. You do 5 damage. Fuck.
Yeah.
Then the broomstick. Does anybody
I'll
think
take it.
about that? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I'll
Is anybody
take it.
else opposed? Are we all cool?
Oh, I'd love a broomstick.
You
Make me
got
old.
one thing. You're fine.
Yeah.
You're just like, I barely know you.
Yeah, give it to Deer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, this is really good because the items they identified really round out the like the weak points that your characters have, which is really nice.
So I need to attune this to me?
Yes.
Yes.
How do I do that?
All these magical
Hour.
items require attunement of an hour.
Okay.
Yeah. So, Chad, at some point, can you like teach me how to like homebrew items so I can add them to the
Sure
compendium for
can.
people? Yeah.
I sure can.
So what we'll do is like coming into next session, it'll be homebrewed for you so that it's an actual interactable item on your character sheets on D&D Beyond. That way, like
Okay.
it'll be
I'll be
like
right back.
cleanly written out notes, as well as buttons that you can click and interact with to not only show in Roll20 through VTT, but you'll also be able to like for example, if it's like a weapon, you'll be able to click the modifiers in order to cast the spell, for example, for like the Witch Bolt staff or things like that.
Love it.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah, so
That's
I'll have those ready for you. Sorry, what's up, Cypher?
I said that's beautiful.
Yeah, I love D&D Beyond. It's so useful. By the way, I don't think I've covered all of the parties, but I think I've covered almost every single party. I will be putting links and pinning them in the appropriate campaign chats, so that way you'll have most, if not all, of the book content available on D&D Beyond to build your characters.
Okay.
So that way, as you level, especially for those of you who are in campaigns that are brand new and you'll be starting at level 1, that way you can actually make some like really diverse characters.
I note Tasha's Cauldron of Everything has the
I'm
most
back.
beautiful and most broken stuff in it.
That is very
So
true.
broken.
It's amazing, and I love it.
That's where Styx Cleric class comes from.
Yeah, Twilight Cleric. All right. And so you have distributed out your items. Okay.
So are we doing what this guy says? Is that the plan?
It's starting to
do we
sound
wanna
like
do?
it.
Owen has not had a plan for a long time.
I think you'd find it beneficial to do this plan, and highly rewarding.
Few times when I pray to the Morrigan does she answer. I prayed to her and she gave me answers. She said it the watchers are to be trusted, at least upon this next quest we are going to go upon. I will keep talking to her in the future.
Okay, let's go discuss it with him. I feel like that would be best option.
I think I'm ready to go.
Okay. So would you like to communicate with Not Too Clays first about the mission, or are you just gonna go straight to the platform?
I would like to talk to Natu. I don't know about anybody else.
I'm not too worried about it.
Did we eat the stew?
Where did Six go? Can I
yeah.
stab Stu?
Okay.
I mean, yeah, you could stab your own stew, but yes, remember that they're sample size, so they're not like a full size, so you do not get the buffs from it, but you do taste it, and it tastes absolutely wonderful. You're actually quite impressed that Tom actually made this.
Oh yeah. And so it's every new kitchen you get one recipe?
The new kitchen, it's one recipe that you get by default. Like as soon as you interact with the kitchen, you say, I want to do this, you get one common recipe by default.
Okay.
And after
okay,
that,
so it's
you'll
like
have to like discover the recipes.
okay. Oh, okay, so you have to basically read stuff.
Correct. And
Okay.
remember that the first time you try to cook it, the DC for that recipe will be higher. So also
Okay.
make note somewhere that the recipes that you made and how many times you've tried doing it.
Okay.
Basically, each use, like for example, like I think you tried cooking poached eggs 3 times. You just make note that you've attempted it 3 times.
So, Tom would like to go talk to Natu
Yeah, let's go.
and just find out all the information, and then we could probably just teleport, finish this session, and then like next session we can like start it up with the actual mission.
My thoughts exactly.
Yeah.
Can I summon him, or not like summon him, but like,
Or we can just go to him. I
Make
mean, it
him
wasn't.
Yeah.
is he in this room?
Well, no, he's not in this room, but that's a very good question. So, it's time to explain how the doors of Tarasca work. Essentially, anyone who is an official watcher that is bound to Tarasca, when you enter any door, as you touch the door, as you think about the next location you want to go to, you will have a hallway that will lead to that location. Essentially, you have to have been to that location at least once before. So there are certain areas that you can't access simply because you have not been given permission to those rooms. You've never been allowed into those rooms. But into the conference room, the gathering space, you've been there plenty of times before. Sometimes good, sometimes bad. But you've been there, so you can actually lead them back.
So okay. Tom is the one who was asking?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will bring you to him.
Well, I think like more about like I'm gonna bring like the party with me as well if they do come. But
Yeah. So.
we're gonna
Well, you're all welcome to come.
cool. Lead the way, sir.
And so I walk to the door.
Okay.
And I'll follow.
All right. Is the party following?
Yep.
Once
All
they
right.
all gather behind me at the door, I explain the concept. This place is very confusing at first, but once you know how it works, you can go anywhere you want that you've already been.
Cool.
And I open the door, and behind me appears, or in front of me appears, what?
The
Hallway.
conference room. It's a hallway that leads to a conference room on the other end. You can see that the hallway is just clear like glass with hexagonal discs floating as a path that leads towards the next room. And down below, you can see the luscious landscape of Tarasca. On the other end, you can see that there is the white circular room with the round table with the glass surface. All right.
Of course, hold the door open for them and invite them in.
All right. And then you all are brought back here. Pop. I can go ahead and remove this little drawing here. Pop. As you all return back and you make your way in, you see that Natu is sitting kind of leaned back into his chair. He has his eyes closed and he has a hot cup of tea in front of him on a saucer. And he's taking a deep breath. It almost seems like he's kind of meditating. He hasn't noticed that you're in there yet.
Knock knock.
Wait, sorry, what was the question, Drac?
You made this an incarnate, right?
No, I did not make this. This was actually made by another artist better than I, by the name of Maddie. But yes, every single asset here is made from Incarnate.
It's beautiful.
I know, right? Maddie's fucking insane. All right. Yeah, enough fanboying aside.
Sorry about that.
No, it's all good. Yeah, I know. Isn't it wild?
I love it.
Me too. And so,
I walk in and I address Natu. They have some questions before we depart. I'm sorry for the delay.
oh, no worries. I was just a little bit lost in thought. Good. Glad to see that you're all still here. That means that you have at least discussed and considered my proposal. What say you?
Okay, so, and I know Jack has told us a couple stuff, but like, I want to hear it from this dude. So where exactly are we going?
Well, you'll be going close and far at the same time. Tarasca lies within the mountains of Galen, and the one which you seek, the first, will be at the bottom of the mountains of Galen. However, it will be in a different fate entirely.
You say fate. What does that mean exactly?
So let's see, can I undo deleting the, yeah, there we go. So imagine all these vertical lines, those are different timelines, like solid, stable timelines that exist that are called fates. So the yellow one, you could say, is our fate, for example. what he's trying to explain is that they're in a completely different vertical line altogether. Like, for example, if you guys are here, the person you're seeking, who is the chosen one for one of the gemstones, is here. So it's going to require two things. A, find the gemstone. And B, is to actually find the chosen one. The gem will know what to do. It will show you the way, is what he explains.
This is the way.
It would be way.
This is the way.
Yeah. Above the board, some of you have heard a little bit about this related to one of the people that he mentions, is the Gambit of Ion. Particularly Troy and Siri, you guys know a little bit about this. I don't know if you remember, but that story was told long ago.
I think I remember you telling that. It was like a really good story, actually.
Yeah, it was actually a short story. Like when you guys like
Yeah.
go towards like bookshelves and stuff, and you're like, I want to read the books here, and then sometimes you encounter like an interesting one, and those are actual written stories I have saved up.
I wonder if I have that still around here.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I think I might still have that. I'm gonna look around for it.
Yeah. It's funny though, because a lot of people think that the Gambit of Ion is just a fairy tale, but he's explaining to you that no, that's a real person that exists. All right.
Is there any materials that we are going to need that are going to help us?
Well,
That's my next question.
that is a very interesting question. You see, we do have several facilities, however, they are lacking, as the last campaign that we were sent on has used up quite a bit of the resources. Others are in dire need of repair. Currently, at this time, unfortunately, there's nothing that I can offer you, at least nothing that would match what you would need. However, if you are in need of any potions, potions of climbing, of giant strength, or just healing, we could procure some of those things for you, however limited they may be. And he snaps his fingers, and then through the glass floor, it's almost as if like the glass becomes liquid for a moment, as like potions begin to come up after the table before the table solidifies again. And you're presented 6 potions of healing, 2 potions of greater healing, 1 superior, 1 potion of climbing, and 1 potion of giant strength.
We were talking about possibly wishes before. Would it not help us more now in our quest? Rather sooner than later?
Well, if I thought you weren't already prepared for the challenges ahead, I wouldn't have chosen you to begin with. The wishes are a reward. And besides, you have not chosen whether or not you have decided to fully become a Watcher. This would be a trial to determine whether or not you see as this cause is just. And once we come to a mutual understanding and a level of trust, we can discuss that later.
I told you this choice comes with its own rewards.
Hey Hava, thank you for joining. I appreciate you. Welcome.
So we're supposed to find this stone and then give it to the correct person?
That is correct. The stone will lead the way.
So will we need to come back here after we get the stone and then you take us there? Or is that what
No.
Drac will be for?
That's what Drac is for, is to help you navigate as you travel the different fates, as you travel through time itself. Once you acquire the stone, I guess I should explain. The stone is more of like an entity than anything else. It has a life of its own. For example, the gemstone will, if you set it on the ground, will roll around and, for lack of a better description, kind of behaves like a dog. And will guide you to its chosen one, to its owner.
And then I guess one last question would be, for this place, do you have essential transportation? I only ask if Drac, for some reason or whatever, falls unconscious and we need to come back, or anything like that. And I'm sure worst case scenario, you could just wish it out of my head.
Ah, I see. You're asking if there is a way for you to return back or escape your predicament in the case that something were to happen to Drac. Is that correct?
Correct.
I
Yes.
chuckle lightly.
Rest assured, I highly doubt that he'd be that easy to kill. However, in case of emergency, you do have this. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pocket watches come emerging out from the glass in a similar manner. You can see that they seem fragile to the touch. Each of these will return you back to Tarasca. However, it only has one use, and then the watches are broken. All you have to do is simply press the button on the top. It will activate, a magical circle will be formed, and you will be brought out. However, keep in mind, it takes a minute for this to be cast.
These are pocket watches, correct?
Yep, correct, they're pocket watches.
It's my state alchemist pocket watch.
Yeah. Now, our dear Drac here has one of his own. However, that is one of the Watchers. That one is a more permanent object. It signifies your status as well as your means of transportation back to Tarasca. It behaves in a similar way, but it can be cast once per long rest.
I can assure you that Drac will not die, and we will not need this watch. I'll pass mine back to him.
I respect that. And he
I
takes
respect your confidence in me.
He slides the pocket watch back to himself, and he looks at you and he gives an approving nod. That was cool as fuck. You get 1 inspiration. Sticks out here is like, I don't need no backup plan. I got this shit. And he just like slides the pocket watch back. I like that.
didn't make-
And I guess I'm good to go.
All right. Okay. And so,
Are we the most cocky crew?
actually, it's funny you should
be.
mention that.
I was like, the thought just ran across my mind. It's like everyone in this group is like pretty self-assured.
Yeah.
It's
I
funny you
love
should
it.
mention that. You guys are arguably the cockiest crew of characters in any of the campaigns, which I absolutely love. Like, it actually
Level-
kind of
level
makes you feel
10,
more
baby.
badass. Yeah.
We travel
we'll
through
get
time
along
and
great.
kill gods and shit.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. Seems that you are technically a unit or a team of your own. What do you go by? What can I refer to you as, other than calling your individual names?
The Power Rangers.
Oh my
Oh.
god, stop.
The only one in
No.
the party that's a ranger is me, and I'm barely a ranger. Oof. So this makes me feel.
Voltron.
Are the Legends of Tomorrow taken?
The Legends of Tomorrow.
Legends of Tomorrow. Let's do it.
There we go.
How do you guys feel about
wait,
that?
wait.
Mm-hmm.
We could do something even better. We could be like the Legends of last week. You know, like the Legends of yesterday.
Legends of
There we
sometime.
go. Sometime.
Or just Schrodinger's legends.
Schrodinger's Legends. Do they exist or do they not exist? We don't know. We don't know
Keep
what's
fucking
inside the
with
box.
Why we keep fucking with time?
Yeah.
Time
Facade.
fuckers.
I'm fucker.
That one's the most direct and truthful, honestly.
It is actually, honestly.
Oh my
Alright.
god.
Okay, Cassie, Sticks, what do you guys think?
Oh, Cassie went to go do something.
Okay.
Only thing I got is God Killers.
Oh, that's true. I mean, you
But
guys
we're
did
not the
technically
only ones.
What about knock deleter?
knock deleter.
All I think of is like a bow.
We could call ourselves Guardians of the Tree.
Ooh.
Hmm.
I don't hate it, but I feel like it could be cooler.
Yeah, no, right.
Guardians of Time.
Hmm.
Guardians of the Fate.
Oh.
Ooh,
Fate
I
Guardian.
like Guardians. I like Guardians of the Fates.
Yeah, I can too.
Call ourselves Fate Knights.
We're like
Damn
fate
feeling.
gatekeepers. Are we fate keepers?
Ooh,
Fate
fake keepers.
champions.
Fate
Champions of the
Keepers
Fate.
is good. I like Fate Keepers too.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Cassie, are you back?
Okay.
Keepers of the
Yeah.
Fate.
So I'm hearing Guardians of the Fates and Fate Keepers.
What
Those
one do
both
you
sound really
like?
cool. They're coming up
Well,
with a
they're-
group name. Basically, Not Too Clays is currently asking you guys, what can I call you guys? Like, do you have a name for your group?
If we include something with the Fates, then that includes Drax as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get the fates out. Okay, let's see here what you're doing. 1 for 2. Guardians
Oh,
of the
sure.
Fates.
There we go. Run a poll on freaking Twitch.
Quick draw poll. Okay, all right, bet.
Absolutely.
This includes you
Okay, what-
guys. You guys can vote on this. You guys can go ahead and join the Twitch.
I'm
The
gonna
link is in
come
the
to your Twitch.
tavern. Yeah. I'm gonna make a straw poll real quick.
Hold on here.
All
Here you are.
right.
Come over here, you. Ooh.
Fates or Fate Keepers. Fates or Fate Keepers. Okay, so so you guys and chat get to decide who or what's your group name.
New
Uh,
fates.
All right, and
Where do you even see that at?
I'm gonna go ahead and drop a link into the Twitch chat. One moment. Copy, and then and paste. There you go. There's a straw poll link.
It's in the Watchers. Oh.
Oh no, I put it in the Twitch chat so chat could actually see it too. But I also could drop it in Watchers. There you go. There's a straw poll.
Hmm.
All right.
Oh, here we go.
I'm watching the votes come in right now.
Oh, who-
How do I vote?
How dare.
How do I vote?
Basically, you would click the link, and then the link should show you multiple choice between Guardians of the Fates and Fate
Yes.
Keepers. I put it both in the Twitch chat as well as
Oh,
the Watchers chat. Ooh, okay.
Oh,
Ooh, okay. Hold on. I'm gonna give it about another minute. This is honestly a really cool idea. I like this a lot.
I do like
This is kind of sick.
which way should we go? Left or right? Straw poll.
Yeah, right? Oh, dude, imagine. Have chat decide which way you guys go if you guys are unsure.
Bro, you should have put a third option for Power Rangers.
No, oh, God. No, if I did that, everybody would have chosen Power Rangers. Let's be real here.
Or Voltron.
Voltron.
My earliest memories are of Power Rangers and that one advertisement that was like, it was like a PSA against AIDS. It was like, get drunk, get stupid, get AIDS.
Yeah.
I remember it clearly.
Oh my
because
God.
They drew that cartoon character in that ad with just like one giant uninostril, and it was horrifying to me as a 3-year-old.
All right. Let's see. So it looks like the results are in, and it looks like you guys and chat have decided on Fate Keepers as the team name. Hey, Fate Keepers, new Fates, who dis? All right.
New pay to this.
I see. So I may call you Fate Keepers then. A wonderful name. A fitting one, if I do say so myself. Well then, I won't delay you any further. Drac will know where to lead you. It's actually back in where your quarters are. There should be several different pedestals. The blue one will lead you to your first mission. Please be prepared though, as it's quite cold. There should be clothes in the chests that are appropriate for different times of weather, or different seasons and different conditions in weather. I suggest that you dress appropriately. Above the board, if you'd like a different splash art for Act 2, for like outfits and things like that, depending on where you're teleporting to, please feel free.
I want to look at Dag and be like, yeah, let's put the lizard in the cold environment.
Yeah, that's kind of why he's saying it. Don, you can kind of see he's like not to his locking eyes with you. He's like thinking like, this lady is gonna pass out immediately.
Yep.
Yep. Yeah. You're immediately going into hibernation.
See you next season.
I guess I'll just make another character now.
No, you in particular must definitely bundle up. Rest assured the clothes that we have provided for you are laden with magical threads. They should provide you enough warmth that you will not have a nap time.
Down just looks down at their naked body, and it's just like, what are clothes? I definitely know what clothes are.
Yeah. He kind of just gives you like a sly grin. He's like, "No, you sweet summer child."
You sweet summer child.
Yeah. And with that, as you are now given your new mission and a new sense of higher purpose, a possibility of joining a prestigious organization, you all embark on your next journey. We will find out where that leads in the next session of The Watchers. Alright. And that is session, guys. Awesome stuff.
Woo.